Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up. 1-1. Geo is going to get taken down by Jez. You can now see Jez pushing up towards the B flag. We'll rock that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Geo, sure enough. With that push from the backside, finds Jez.
Licença, torcia! Botão no cofrinho do Ibis! Pra cima do Delzinho! Double do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada! Tomara tá.
Um som morto.
Vou cavar cima, tá na esquerda, tá na esquerda.
Tem um, só tem ar. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar
Pode ver agora, calma,
Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving quick in with the side of Nova. Dave,
People team, there is one A now.
Oh my, Chris, he's all one more. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper area, but right now you're sniping. With an 80 with close, Lucky, get headshot. Costco, flip the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem, Misa coming through. What's that? Is that the Kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus Kilo. Ooh, Chels. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the Kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brick stop! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can switch back up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone.
Very good evening, EU. We are back for day 6 of Mobile Mayhem Spring EU 2022. As always, it's your boy Verdict. We are exclusive on Trovo. That's right. The VOD will be uploaded today to YouTube, but we will not be streaming on YouTube as we are getting geared up for it. We are ready for it. Day 6 is going to be a Slaughterfest, and I know you guys are wondering, like, where the hell is Imperium, right? Well, Imperium's going to be joining us momentarily. He did say that he had a few things pop up, but, you know, nonetheless, we're here for it. As I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the schedule for the day. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are here and ready to rock and roll. It does look like we are going to be joined in our first match of the day, but none other than Illuminati EU and EUE. This is going to be a pretty stout matchup. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. EUE, Illuminati facing off. This is going to be a qualifier team versus an invited one, and the qualifier team has been pretty damn solid recently, so we'll be keeping an eye on this series in particular. Game number 2, or match number 2, is going to be 117 Not Found versus Anarchy. FN420 versus Animus. And then we got Lux and Qlash. This is not the right schedule of the day, chat. The freak! I've been sold. I sold you guys a dream. Let me take a look at the actual schedule of the day. Actual schedule of the day. That is the actual schedule. I swear to God we ended up with Qlash and... Never mind. That is the schedule of the day. I lied. Haha. Full jokes on you guys. It's not April, but we are continuing that same momentum. Man, what the hell am I on today? Oh, that's right. I'm doing this solo, so... For right now, it's just me, baby. Taking a look at it. Standings looking pretty solid. I know for a fact this is right. No ifs, ands, buts about it. It is going to be Animus sitting up top with 80 points. Nova Esports with 75. Third place is going to be followed up with Illuminati. Oh, not Illuminati, but EUE. And then Illuminati, as I'm taking a look at it. 117 Not Found for number 5. 6th, 30 with Anarchy. Qlash sitting at a whopping 10 points, as well as Lux and FN420. And then rounding out the last spot on the board is going to be Portugal with 5. Might as well just say Calabuso has 5 points, because I don't know if Portugal has presented 5 players, or 4 players at least, that can complement his playstyle. We've seen some pretty stout matches from FM in that sniper role, but let's be real. It has been a Calabuso show, to say the least. So, how's everybody doing today? Taking a look at everything, it looks like it's going to be a solid one indeed, as we have the players starting to finally shuffle into the lobby, and it does look like our first matchup is about to be on the horizon. Verdict Celadus? No, chat. I literally looked at the schedule and I was like, this kind of looks like what we saw last week, right? Wrong. That is an absolute wrong. I remember the last match of the day was Anarchy versus Lux. And I remember that because it was a crap show. It was a 4v5 in game number 1, right? And then it was a 4v5 in game number 2, and then we went to a game 3, and it was also a 4v5. Yes, that's right. 2 points separated. 2 points separated Anarchy from taking game number 1 in a 4v5. I was pretty in shambles, and I know Lux was too. I don't think they anticipated the squad of Anarchy to be able to compete with, how do I say it? Better 4v5 match than we've seen, right? Well, you know what? We're here for it, though. So, take a look at it. It does look like Imperium's in the booth. Can I finally stop babbling solo?
I don't know. Can you, man?
I don't know, bro. That was pretty much a nightmare, homie. I don't know what happened. I looked at his schedule. I was like, I'm so lost right now without Imperium. Where is he at in my life, and why am I doing this?
To be fair, man, I'm relying on you to you know.
I'm sorry.
Get me up to date. I was off for a week, man. I was in sunny Spain, tanning myself up, enjoying all the vitamin D. Is that what comes from the sun?
Hey, yo.
And I was missing Mobile Mayhem, so I'm relying on you to kind of, you know, get me up to date here.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, you missed a pretty good battle on Tuesday. Tuesday was probably the better of the days. I say that in Nova and Anarchy. Nova takes it 2-0. Portugal and EuroElite. It was the Calabuso show, bro. Okay. EuroElite absolutely dominate in the objective, and then Animus pretty much body Qlash in match number 3. I don't think we got to see match number 4. I think we did. I think it was a 2-0 also for 117. And then on Thursday, it started so great. EuroElite and FN420. I don't remember that match. I think that was actually a DQ. Qlash and Nova was a 2-0 in Nova. Animus 2-0. Anarchy, the last series of the day, literally lost one of their players mid-game. Like, they didn't even get to P3 in that player. Yeah.
No way, man.
Absolutely. And then all of a sudden...
It was bad, man.
Yeah. It was a 2-point loss for them in a 4v5.
Yeah. We
were all shaking our heads. And then we get to game 2 and 3 with Search and Destroy back-to-back. And Anarchy wins. So it was pretty damn demoralizing. That was the last series of the day, and we need to update your graphics because right now we're selling you hard, extremely hard.
Is Ronan thrown again?
There's a bear shit in the woods.
And God,
yes.
absolute.
Yeah.
Excuse my French. God fucking damn it, Ronan.
Yeah. That's all Ronan, homie. There we go. We've got you.
Do I look like a complete like redneck hick of a person or something like that? You know? Do I look like a hobo? Come on, man.
He's not. He may be from Georgia, chat, but he is no hick. I promise you. Okay. I absolutely promise you. I absolutely promise you. Okay. It looks like lobby's finally full. Right. It is 13 minutes after the hour. We're getting geared up for our first series. Oh, another thing to mention. All right. This is something I needed to brief you on as well. You remember how we did hardpoint search, and then the third game was a toss-up, right?
I do know that domination is back. Yes, I know that much at least.
There we go. That was probably the only thing that you missed out on, but obviously you didn't miss out on that. So it's gonna be a solid day. I think we've got some new graphics. Obviously, we saw the new intro. I feel like the old intro was pretty banger. I wish they would have maybe just added some.
I didn't see the new intro. Oh, no.
You're gonna have to go back and watch it.
Did I miss the new intro?
You did. I'm gonna send it to you. Let you check it out, but...
Genuinely, can you actually, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you get a chance. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this first game, Illuminati versus EuroElite. What's your thoughts on that? Kind of more specifically in terms of who do you look at as being in a bit of a stronger position?
This is a tough one, man. I really like the EUE squad. One, because they've shown so much improvement. The comms have been solid as hell. Everything about this team screams they want to be successful. And then on the flip side of it, we've got Illuminati, who came through and just absolutely stole my heart last season. All right, and I mean that in the most respectful way to every other team, because I have much love for everyone in the EU scene, but this Illuminati squad just... They're different, bro. Yeah. They have a lot of potential. They've shown a lot of potential. They've beaten top-tier teams. They competed with top-tier teams. Nothing about them is a pushover. So I think this is going to be our marquee match of the night. I think this is where we start the action, and it just gets better from here, but I don't think it's going to get as good as this series, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, definitely. I do look at, obviously, Illuminati being... the team to beat in terms of they lie top of the standings. I know it's only at least actually Ronan, please tell me the scores on the spreadsheet are up to date. Actually, please tell me that, because I have a feeling they're not, but please tell me they are.
Ronan's thrown, homie.
Is Ronan thrown? Oh my god, Ronan, you're killing me. You're killing me, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know. For everybody watching. There's a spreadsheet. There he's updating it live. There's a spreadsheet, okay, that is given to talent to use across the Mobile Mayhem season, okay, and for someone like me that every now and again can miss, has to miss a day or two. It allows me to scale back over the previous days, have a look at the results, have a look at the overall standings, not rely on graphics, yeah? But when some legendary mongoose fails to update the points, I look like a potato.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and remind you, this is the same mongoose that actually won Galaxy's... Tournament Organizer of the Year award, which they didn't have a video for. They didn't have a live, a live stream to, you know, as they usually do. It was literally announced on Twitter. So if everybody missed out on that, Ronan did actually indeed win the Tournament Organizer of the Year for 2020. And this was voted on by the people, by the public. It's your fault. Everyone's at home watching. You're the reason why he won. Okay? Just remember that. You all sold. Right now, we're not about to sell, though. We're going to go ahead and jump into the action. It does look like I had the best of 3 up for a while, but are we seriously doing this still, though? I'm taking a look at it. I see literally two of the same maps in the mix for game number 3. It does look like it is absolutely 100% true. We're going to start things off with a hardpoint firing range, followed up by an S&D standoff, and lo and behold, game number 3, we're just going to double it up, go right back to standoff, but this time we're going to play domination. So,
oh, wow.
Backed by public demand, backed by stage 2 demands, even though stage 2, you can literally select what game mode you want to play, and domination does not have to be included into that mix. I think Dom offers a variety for game number 3. But at the same time, I think it's a miss. That's just me personally. 100% just me.
I think it's important to be included in the Mobile Mayhem because it's whether or not it's optional, it's included in stage 2, right? So I kind of respect the fact that it's added, but I do also understand where you're coming from. At the end of the day, we go with the ebbs and flows of things, and if we do get to game 3 in the series, it's going to be a domination standoff to kind of, you know, still talk about what about these two teams. Yeah, EuroElite are on 60 points right now, and Illuminati are on 55, so this is a very important series, so we realistically should be seeing a game 3 come out between these two teams.
No, you're absolutely right. And before we get to game 3, we got to get through 1 and 2 first, and hardpoint firing range is where we're going to find the action, right? How do you guys like that little map video? I thought it was pretty dope. I thought it was a banger. I think it is a great way to start the series right now. Objective P1 is going to be out in the open right there on the sandbag side of the map. It's going to be right below the tower, right in between that and 10, and here comes the push in. EUE looking to get some points on board. Illuminati actually looking to do their due diligence as well. And Gracie, he's going to be taken down. So the objective abandoned EUE. They're right back in it.
Kilos max. It's the usual CBR4. It's a standard mix of loadout between these two teams, which is good to see. Now, one gun that yeah, okay, this is what I like to see. Greed has the SKS. I think that could be very viable. I forget who it was exactly a week and a bit ago that was able to show the massive strength of the SKS, especially in this kind of firing range map that can have a couple of longer angle areas to have to control. So I like that Greed has the SKS in his pocket.
No, I agree. I think the SKS offers a great option if you want to control traffic. And traffic is desperately needed to be maintained, especially when you're looking at this P2 objective. It is one of the bigger money hills on this map. And already EUE doing a great job of taking advantage of those rotations early. Greed, they're on the point. Playing a little bit of that traffic control. Also picking up some frags to go along with it. Also playing objective. So that is the biggest value for your buck. You get a one-shot headshot, that player's out. Obviously, we just seen one right there. It's just, I mean, it's just easy. I mean, it requires a lot of skill, though, because the tap fire on mobile is not for everybody.
No, for sure, and I think Greed has done a hell of a good job so far in this game. 46-29 as we're halfway through the P2. Karma switching on over to the MAC-10, gets a 3-piece. Very well played, and finally gets shut down.
Finally gets shut down, but Say's right on the point. That is going to be EUE. Getting the retake, and it does stick. Almost a full 45 points already off the start here on this P2. But now we're looking at trailer site where it's already compromised. EUE going to ban in the last few seconds of trickle. You can see it, 2 players there. 3 looking to make the transition. Oh, here come Illuminati, the push up.
Lovely.
Gore, weak. Oh, my, the boxing gloves cannot make it there, but Rick is certainly there to pick up the frags and clear out the point in Illuminati. They're going to be on the outskirts looking in yet again, Imperium.
I tell you, EUE have been very aggressive with their play so far in this game. It has bitten them in the butt just a little bit, but I gotta say, when push comes to shove and they want to take control of the hardpoint, they don't seem to be wasting much time. They're going in all guns blazing, and it's working out because even if Illuminati get an initial control of the hardpoint, EUE are fully taking it back as quickly as they can.
No, you're absolutely right. I think something that we made note of a few days back or a few weeks back was EUE always managed to pick up the right kills at the right time, be in the right place, always picking up kills that indicate that they want to be in the objective or get the break on the objective. A lot of players who go 2 times positive, 3 times positive, who end up losing, aka Portugal. We talk about that Calabuso player who's so damn cracked. It doesn't matter because those kills don't matter. They get into the objective, you know, and they get folded. The player who's out there fragging the most just not in position to capitalize. Well, EUE, they are all capitalizing. As a matter of fact, they got a 60-point advantage. I'm thinking, hey, while the kettle's hot, I think we jump in for a quick listen and see how those comms sound here. Is they got a P4 takeover already. They got operators and score streaks galore. What are you thinking? Quick listen in with the side of EUE?
Spurbo with window.
Window wood.
One shot.
One long gay. Showers.
Mid,
Showers,
No, one wood window. Two in the point. Like,
to the next.
Wounded.
two in the hill.
No, one more here, wood window. Go next.
Low mid, he take a nade.
Go new, guys, go new. Go new.
Take chin,
One wood.
I'll play trailer.
Wait, one
Go to row.
I'm watching it top 10. He's in behind the tires.
I got trailer.
Outside 10. See them.
Wait, they're needing me. I'm concussed.
I'm concussed.
Yeah, I'm concussed too. Wait, don't peek from tower.
One more.
Go again.
Nice. Dead.
Push top 10.
No, I got concussed in the hill.
They smoke.
Push top 10, guys. Push top 10.
Go in the hill. I have a ramp. Go in the hill.
I'm one shot.
Rick, I have a ramp. Just stay in the hill. Rick. You can, but I was covering you. Okay, just watch my ramp.
Okay, watch ramp.
Mid dead.
Ramp, two ramp.
Okay,
Don't
watch.
pick that. They have C.
Mid trailer. One trailer.
No, one P2.
Tunnel, two tunnels. Two city. They go new.
No, one ramp, guys.
Take
One ramp.
scraps from tower.
Trailer, guys.
They're pushing tunnel.
A lot of information in those comms, Imperium. I love the call-outs. I love the go new, don't peek. I mean, it's absolutely very clear with every direction they want to go. And I got to say, everything about this team just... I'll say it again. It screams they want to be better. They want to get better. They want to play to perfection. It is... They're literally owning Illuminati right here in this first game.
I could feel the energy from their comms so much the second we joined. It was like a breath of fresh air right in my face. I'm like, whoa, these are energetic, loud. A tiny bit talking over each other towards the tail end of when we listen in. But other than that, you can't deny the energy, the passion, and like you said, the wanting to be better, the wanting to win. It is 100% there from EUE in the comms and how they're playing in game.
Gore trying to get the break here, is going to get the 3-piece. Clears the hill. The squad needed someone to step up. Illuminati finally able to get the break here, but they have not been great on holding these retakes. And here comes EUE. They crash in 3 all at the same time. They deal with that one last player. I mean, it was absolutely, they made it look easy right there. And I'm not saying Illuminati is an easy team, but the break there on that P2 spot, retaking the objective, not giving Illuminati a single breath to breathe. Just absolutely flawless right here.
Says 22 and Says on 31 and 13. The guy has absolutely been dynamic for his team so far, and Rick gets shut down, but at the end of the day, in the start of this hard point, it is all guns blazing for EUE. 193 up to 85. They are nearly 100 points ahead. They're over 100 points ahead of Illuminati.
Yeah, man, this is just a tough uphill battle for Illuminati all game long. No value out of the money hills, no value out of a lot of their operators being used, no clear communication as to where you know, when they get to break, where are the players at? They're not stacking the objective, and that's where they're going wrong. EUE, they are violating, making sure they push in troves. And right here, they're only about 32 points away. The break finally coming through on this P3 trailer side, but I mean, when you're only working for scrap time, it is damn near impossible to get the, you know, the points needed to make a comeback. And you're not even getting that for free.
Typical example of what I just saw of maybe a bit of a decent reason why it's gone wrong for Illuminati. Starwork was inside the trailer with his teammate, I believe Mojito, if I'm not mistaken, and he's rocking the Mac 10. And Starwork, what did he do? He went out of the trailer into the open, right? If you're gonna hold on to the trailer with your teammate, hold on to it, especially with the Mac 10, because at least you would have been able to cover each other. Because he went out in the open, he got blown up by 3 of the EUE players, and then the 1 player inside the trailer got blown apart as well. So it seemed like Illuminati in this hardpoint game looked like 5 individual players in a random public match going up against a full squad. That's kind of what it looks like. So disrespect, but I have to call it as I see it.
Yeah, 5 pub stompers versus a team who are just dynamic when it becomes the objective time. General Gore, Gracie looking for a little bit of last hope, but I believe that hope has left the window. Your opponents only need 6 points. You need 140. It is not happening. The comeback is still a possibility, but P1 open it back up for a 3rd time around. It is just, I mean, you're literally just holding off the inevitable. There goes the cluster strike. Streaks are coming in. I don't want to call it early, chat, but I think we've caught it right there. That's game number 1. 250 to 114.
Yeah, it's job done. EUE made it really generally look quite easy. Finessed Illuminati like there's no tomorrow. Strong team effort, strong energy from the comms, as you highlighted earlier on, and when you have the likes of Says picking up the amount of kills that he did, and then you had the great objective control with Greed of 1 minute along with Says on 1 minute 42, like 44.90, that's over 2 KD. That's ridiculous from Says.
No, it is. And look at it. The objective time goes along with it. 1 minute and 42. When you got someone who's slaying out that hard and playing objective, that, I mean, it is damn near impossible to give up the game. 250, 114. Hell, at one point I thought it was going to be 250 to 50 because the objectives just weren't being executed by Illuminati. But I know for one big fact, we're getting geared up for a sweaty search and destroy, because this team in Illuminati play it a lot differently than EUE. EUE thrive in respawn game modes, but they have not shown a lot of improvement. I say they've improved, a little bit, but at the same time, Illuminati are possibly one of the better teams in search and destroy in EU. You would list the names. At the top would be Nova and Animus in no in particular order. It's just who's better that day. And then you've got Illuminati who's making their way up. And you've got 117 I found as well. I can't forget those guys. But Illuminati is definitely up there when it comes to search. So we're definitely looking at seeing a game 3 here if EUE doesn't, if they didn't improve tremendously from the last time I've seen them play search.
Yeah, look, Illuminati are going to have to really book it up in Search and Destroy. And yeah, okay, they definitely are a stronger team in Search and Destroy compared to spawn modes and but again, I can't help but just think of that game we just seen as 5 individual players rather than a cohesive. I hope. And they're 5 fantastic players individually, but
I think
it's going to be picked apart, right? And I hope they play more as a team.
I think we need to disconnect from Discord because I think I'm lagging a little bit. So what we're gonna do is give me just a second. Okay. It's not you. It's definitely me. I'm taking a look at my ping. I got that no ping, no party situation where it's literally 150 ping. And hold on, real quick. Okay. Everyone, back out of the Discord. There we go. We are here for it. It is game number 2. Search or destroy. On the other than standoff, we are getting back into the action. Go ahead and... Oh, no, I forgot to change that up. Hold up.
Is that better?
That is much better.
Good. Good to hear, man. So let's see. Let's see. So, Illuminati, Greasy with the bomb in his hands, they've been able to pick up the first kill onto Rick at least verdict. Now they can look to control this first round of the game.
Yes, indeed. Now, as we can see it, 2 players dropping again. Gore. 5 individual players make for great S&D teams. Why? Because they can always rely on their gun skill, but when it comes to a collective unit, that hardpoint was just nowhere near what it needed to be. Krieg gets 1. He's dropped. Says is dropped. Greed's down. The round's over. 40 seconds in. A little bit of TDM. No need for the bomb to get planted, right? 1 round in favor of Illuminati, and already flexing the skills that are necessary here to take this search and destroy. And first round, solid job there. Illuminati bounced back. Different team from the hardpoint game, right?
Yeah, definitely to begin with. They got the first kill and they took full advantage of it. Says does pick up Mojito, so that's going to be a little bit tougher now for the side of Illuminati to at least control this round. Says shone brightly in the first game of hardpoint. Can he follow suit in search and destroy? His teammate Rick is down, so it's 4v4 and the bomb has been planted.
42 seconds on the clock. Now the push. He's going to be ear hold right there. Starricker going to get the job done and bounces back. Knows he had 1 player to deal with. And is not going to waste his time in making that rotation back. Now it's all about playing the time, playing for the advantage. The hit marker from the concussion. He gets a little bit of information. The push to follow might be overextended. Greed
I love
gets
it.
caught out. Oh, the shots do not connect. Greasy's able to catch 1. Starricker's going to be able to finally seal the deal on that last player, and there it is. Kree, the last man alive for UE. 8 seconds left. Ain't no time in the world. It gets earhole by Gore, and some decent shots coming through from both sides. But UE just not able to make that 4v5 or 4v4 takeover happen.
I absolutely love that wraparound by Starrick through Granny on towards the backside. It's so intelligent. The bomb had been planted. They had lost a player, but they knew by Starrick pulling that, it was that kind of majority play, and it really worked out for them. But UE coming in, swinging. Krieg goes down. Karma, Green. 2 players left up in a 2v3. But the bomb is down. Make that 2v2.
Who's going to be dropped? Starricker. Big kill right there. An advantage back in favor of Illuminati. They have done great with the numbers so far. Greed gonna play a little bit of time in the cubby site, looking to be a little more elusive, but the longer you stay right here, the longer you're going to be executed right there. Gore. Test his luck in the cubby site. Here comes Starricker on the flank. Good.
No!
Plays the pinch. Illuminati, they spread him thin, and it pans out perfectly.
Oh, I don't know why you went towards that engagement. I'm pretty sure you would have heard those footsteps wrap around. You had to control at that point, EUE, right? Because the bomb hadn't been picked up, the bomb hadn't been planted. You could play them like a bit of a fiddle in that regard, but instead he kind of went for the push. It didn't work out.
There we go. Boot, Greasy picking up the 2 numbers again. Mojito going to be able to find 1 as well. Damn, bro, this is EUE just crumbling. We talked about the objective plays coming through the hard point. It wasn't ever close. The numbers never prevail. Karma gets dropped right there. Karma did find 1 before he goes, but a search or destroy, this is a different beast. Obviously, you only play 1 of these at a best of 3, so you got to find a way, Illuminati, to be better at hardpoint, to find a better strategy. Because this search or destroy is pretty demoralizing.
I tell you what I don't like about EUE on the defensive side is, for the most part, they seem to be having too many MAC-10s. I don't think the MAC-10 is the best loadout for the majority of a team when you're the defending side, to be honest. And I think that's allowing them to suffer quite heavily.
Well, gun choices stick every round. Gore. Oh my God. Says through the wall. Homie, never saw it coming. Mojito gonna get the last kill, and that was a flawless 5-0 affair. And just like that, it's 5-0 as well. We're gonna flip sides. And now we're going to see the defense here from Illuminati. We'll see this map I think that, you know, the pace of the game is better for the attacking side. And I think when you have 5 MAC-10s running around, or 4, I think Karma is going to be using the sniper. No, why is Karma not sniping? Why do they not have a single sniper? Okay, Greed sniping. That's why. He's only got 2 on board.
Yeah, exactly. They did have at least one sniper, but at the end of the day, it was all about just, as the defending side, it was all about having too many MAC-10s from the side of EUE. It can work as the attacking side, as they have been able to pick up 2 kills for the time being. Says is down, but Greed gets another one onto Star Wrecker. So now with the bomb being planted, that's another player down. Boots on his own.
Boots on his own. Boots on his own. 32 seconds on the clock. 1v4. Clutch probability out the window. I don't see this happening. You see Greed actually going to go ahead and catch him across map. Statue Tank, absolutely OP. First round of the attack. It prevails. UE finally get a point on the board.
Man. Good, but the mountain they need to climb is massive. One mistake, right? 1 foot wrong, and it's game over for UE. At least in terms of this game, and we'll go to game 3. Yes, they'll be back to their strengths, but it's not ideal, right? If you're looking to find the next Nova, the next 2021 Anarchy, right? You can't be poor in Search and Destroy. You need to be strong in all game modes.
Ooh. You do need to be strong. It's starting a strong comeback indeed now. 3 players left alive, but Gord, Starwrecker find 2. Starwrecker still lurking right here on the Statue Tank. Is one shot, is able to win the gunfight. Creed finally able to take him down, but the damage is done. 2 players left for Illuminati. They only need 1 more player to drop. That's Creed. They need the defuse. And I think that's exactly what Gore's doing. But Creed reads it well. Boot going to be able to get the bomb defused with plenty of time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed going to game number 3.
I did say 1 mistake, and it was going to be it for EUE in terms of game number 2, and that's what we saw. That mountain was just too hard to climb, and great play by Illuminati. Stronger teamwork. Starwrecker specifically as well. Very much impressed me throughout all of these rounds, defending and attacking.
Pretty damn impressive indeed now, as we are guaranteed that game 3, brought to you by Illuminati with a 6-1 Search and Destroy performance. Obviously, they have a lot to work on at hardpoints, but their search game, pretty immaculate. 8 kills on board for Boot. You're returning MVP of the split last season, as well as the Rookie of the Year. My guy is a French Eminem Imperium. When we get a chance to join listen-ins for this game number 3, I cannot wait to hear my man spit literally the flow of a god. A rap god, indeed. A French rap god, that is. General War right there. I think he had some nasty first bloods, too, with 7 on board. 7 apiece for him and Starwrecker, actually. 5 and 4 for Greasy and Mojito, respectively. On the flip side of things, a little bit of a struggle. My man's went double positive in the hardpoint. Only dropped a single. Just 1. Like we're going to the strip club. Says and Rick, both of them. They want to get in real quick, right?
They do. They do indeed, but I feel like this is going to be a little bit more difficult for UE than they might initially think, based on the hard point. Hopefully a lot of confidence has been gained from Illuminati, and that kind of, hey, we've warmed up now, we know how the flow of things are going. Yeah, okay, it's different to Search and Destroy, obviously, but confidence is always a big thing, and that mentality plays a big part. And when you're coming off the back of a round win, that can be a bit of a difference maker. I hope that's the case for Illuminati.
I hope it's the case indeed now, as we are going to get geared up for domination. That's right, we're going to double it up, going right back to standoff. And if it's anything like the Search and Destroy, I have a lot of faith in Illuminati, but if it's anything like the hardpoint on firing range, we might as well just not even play it, homie. I mean, it just wasn't there. Illuminati just looked so lackluster when it came to transitions, when they were firm on getting breaks, but they were anything but firm once the break came through. They didn't have the numbers. The players just weren't available to stack the objective, and you mentioned it. You know, when you have the opportunity to do the impossible, get the break on some of those money hills, you've got to have players in the point to maximize, and that is the biggest. That is the biggest thing when it comes to hardpoint. Right now, we are in domination. We'll see if the objective plays a little better here for Illuminati, or if we're going to see EUE come through the qualifying champs taking down one of the invited teams.
Well, let's see who's going to have the juju to get the win in this game number 3. This is domination. You take a respective A and C, and then you look to make the fight for B. With how Illuminati played in a couple of moments of search and destroy, I look at that as a big positive, right? I mentioned the flank from Starricker, one of the attacking rounds last game. I hope those kind of flanks come through to help them gain control and find something on towards the B. It seems to be the case because they're halfway there.
They're halfway there, but it is going to be reversed. One player there, Creed, looking to do the deed. A little bit of mid lane control, but is it going to be enough? It is not. The full wipe right there. Rick does find one before he goes, but boom! Coming through with massive energy. 3 on the board before he's finally taken down. He's got 4 in the pocket now. The push towards this B site, it is going to have to come through once you get a little bit more mid lane and tractor control. You can see it's already compromised. Karma right there on the flip side gets taken down. And the reverse starting to still come through. Creed, a one-man wrecking crew. Able to do his deeds, is able to reverse all the progress that Illuminati had coming through early on.
I really like the fact that Illuminati aren't rocking too many of the Mac 10s, because I think a domination in this map, it really doesn't give you much scope of that kind of mid-range control, right? You're relying on those very close quarter combat fights, and if you have any kind of control of B, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do that with the Mac 10. Whereas Illuminati, they have a couple more CBRs, kilos, and an SKS as well, so I think they're a little bit more balanced in loadouts right now.
Yeah, they are indeed. Kilo from Say's prevailing pretty hot there. He's got, both that and the Banana Mac Blaster. He's going to be taken down, but again, it's been a back and forth affair. Still no clear indication of who's going to take the B, other than the fact that EUE, they've tapped it up for 60. 60 is not 100%, and that was exactly what we saw from Illuminati earlier. So there's a struggle here early on. Say's looking to do a little bit of map control. It's going to be shut down. There goes the 2-player push. The numbers prevailing here for Illuminati. They're looking to get the break. They're looking to get the hill. Might be able to seal the deal. I'm thinking now is a better time than ever. We're going to go ahead and join in for our first listen in. We're going to be buckling up and jumping in with the side of Illuminati.
One on C, one on C.
Pushing on side, pushing on side.
They push me. No. Tout C, pourquoi vous battez tout C? I'm clearing C. Only one. No, one to blue. We need to kill to blue. It's impossible. C'est quoi?
The blue.
Blue,
Blue SKS.
statue.
C'est boxé.
Blue SKS.
I push A, voilà. On n'arrive même pas à prendre des
Okay, let's go A, come on.
No, only me on the one person.
That's what it
Let's go. Take.
Ah, guys, statue! What the fuck?
Statue, mais les gars, voilà, il a même pas une quête.
Watch mid.
No, bottom blue.
Fuck. I have mid.
Right, not necessarily getting the results they want. The double cap comes through for the side of EUE, and Illuminati just clearly not able to get that flip. I think I looked at it at one point, and Illuminati had every bit of that A control as I saw 2 or 3 players spawning in gas. But as quickly as that came through, they pushed mid, and the spawns were reversed. It was just a very unfortunate God timing.
It was so good from EUE, but if you really listen to the comms from Illuminati, there was so much disconnect. They didn't know really what they were going to do. It's like, oh, are we going for it? Are we not going for it? Are we going for it? It's like, you know, I appreciate that they had the idea, but if you're not really going to commit to it, if there's that level of uncertainty there, it's gonna crumble, and we saw crumble right there. And once again, B has been taken over by, or it continues to stay in the hands of EUE, and it's given them a pretty dominating lead so far.
And one by one, they push and they all fall. The B cap does not come through. Not a single bit of hope in this first half here for the side of Illuminati. The big kills coming through in the back end, but round's over. It's 169. I mean, this game is relatively close in numbers, but as far as map control goes, it has not been a close one. EUE have almost put the biggest pressure. They were almost in a triple cap territory earlier. I mean, you've got to be able to take this control in the second half early on, or there's no hope here for Illuminati.
They're going for it. Bit of an early push for the time being, but they've only got a quarter of the way. Looking towards the KDs, over and towards the side of EUE. It's very much being Rick and Greed all the way. Greed with 21 and 9. Rick picks up another one as well to make a 18-12, and they have 105 to 76 advantage, nearly finding the A. I like this from EUE. They're playing Illuminati like a fiddle right now, Verdict.
No, they are. They're spreading them thin. You've got 3-man push through bottom blue. It gets shut down, but the A-cap damn near came through. And a little bit of creative strats here. They're not giving up on this A flip. You can see Kree's already made his way through the back alley. He's already taken down one. The callouts are going to come through. And Starricker up top with the SKS. He's kind of clueless. He doesn't know where he's at. And there it goes. Kree able to bite him on the backside. The Purifier only serves for one. And that is a tough way to go when you're pulling your operator out. And second half starts off. Automatic AB caps. I'm digging the vibes from Illuminati so far.
Yeah, playing them like a fiddle, but it's music to the ears of this side of Illuminati as they take control of the B-cap, holding on to Granny's Greasy with the pistol. Picks up a two-piece. 102, 104 to 120. The comeback is real. This is coming up to a nail-biting of a finish. This is game 3 and only the first series of the day.
First series of the day, and I said it, this is the marquee matchup. Why? Because here we are, game 3, 13-point deficit. Here for Illuminati, they are surely going to be able to maintain that and make the comeback happen. The first half, a little bit of a blunder. Second half, all in their court. Big time game here for the side of Illuminati to go ahead and take this series 2-1. But Mojito on the backside looking for some action with the Sparrow. Only going to be able to find 2 before he's dropped. And now here comes the push from EUE. They're trying to get a little bit of tractor control. There's not a lot of traction, though. You can see it, Boot holding down the fort in cubby. Oh, my Karma with the 2-piece. Is it going to be enough, though? The numbers are in EUE's favor, but the spawns, they're going to be right back in it. And Illuminati, they are not going to give up this B-cap. Oh, are they? Greed. Can he get the solo? He steps off 1 second. The flash, the concuss. He's naded, but Rick right there to pick it up. Rick doesn't get it, though. It's 1% needed. And Illuminati stack the hill. They reverse it just enough. And they hold off the push, and I think that might be it for the side of EUE.
It's not done just yet. There's still 2 minutes left on the clock. 147, 142. This is so close. They've cleared it. Good play coming out from Illuminati, and that's going to be 150. 143 so far.
50 indeed. Minute and 45 on the clock, and the time starting to dwindle. Points starting to rack up. That deficit I mentioned earlier, it's long gone. Music to the ears of Illuminati, and good night, bro. I gotta say, based off what we saw on the hardpoint, I did not anticipate this kind of momentum and this kind of energy. Of course, we got Boot to sub in game number 2, and I think that's a massive difference. My guy, you heard the frustration, the comms earlier. I mean, it was a lot of miscommunication, but you heard the frustration. I mean, these guys are very passionate about what they do. That doesn't always translate to being or wanting to do better, but you got to appreciate the effort, and the effort has paid off. The second half, it is leaps and bounds. That is not going to be we being able to get the A-cap. They have 2 players there. 1 player is going to be dropped. Karma's down as well. Creativity at its finest. Well, Greed's the last one there. He's going to get shut down. No traction on B. No traction or no players there to capitalize on A. Greed going to go ahead and pop the airstrike, and I think it's a day late and dollar short, homie. You've had this for how long?
So long. And you know what? It's not always about how you start. It's about how you finish. And props to Illuminati. You called it. The first half of the game was frustrating. It was a struggle bus. It was all EUE. But in the second half, it was Illuminati to grab their pieces, music to their ears, grab that flute, the full band, the orchestra, and just create a symphony of destruction against EUE.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. 200 to 169. Nice. Big game 3 there for the side of Illuminati. They take the series. They take 15, but it was a hell of an effort from EUE. Hell of an effort indeed. Game 1 was rock solid. Game 2, it was a miss. Game 3 comes through. You started off strong, but again, Imperium mentioned it. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Can't finish too quickly, right, Imperium? You got to hold it off. You got to make sure you have that second half performance that matches that same energy from the first half, and we just didn't get that progress from EUE. Their first ditch attempt on that A push looked rock solid, but they choked. They choked. That is all I gotta say.
Yeah, like, look, maybe I'm trying to decipher maybe where exactly went wrong for EUE. I think there was a lack of adaptation or just not having that plan C per se. The plan B in the first half was to run rings around Illuminati off the back of the B cap and for example take their A and just kind of split them in that regard, split the focus, frustrate them. That was great. But when we saw the kind of reset in the second half, they didn't really do anything like that, at least from what I saw for the most part. And as soon as Illuminati had control of the B, there was no real counter from EUE as hard as they tried. And that of course, that doesn't take anything away from how much better Illuminati played in the second half. But yeah, EUE, there wasn't that plan C in their back pocket, and it saw them hit that brick wall.
Yeah, plan C. I mean, plan A, plan B obviously didn't work. Plan C, they get the C side of the map and just couldn't maximize, right? Yeah. They couldn't get the flip early. They were kind of just stuck twiddling their thumbs. In a game like this, you can't have any downtime. There's got to be a little bit of progress on each and every objective if you're going to make that flip happen. And obviously, they didn't have the numbers to stack the A site enough to get the flip, and they couldn't get enough traction on B to hold off the attention from Illuminati. Illuminati read right through it, had the right plays at the right time. Wasn't the case in Hardpoint, but ladies and gentlemen, we don't play Hardpoint Search and Hardpoint. We play Hardpoint Search and Dom now. Yeah. And I think we're getting back in the swing of that. While we are getting back in the swing of that, we're going to go ahead and get back into our second series. So before we do that, we're going to hear a word from COD Mobile. Take a short intermission to get these next lobbies set up. Don't go anywhere. We got 3 more action-packed series on our hands tonight, and you don't want to miss any of them moving forward. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back for the action. Second matchup of the night. It is going to be 117 Not Found and Anarchy. Imperium. Chat missed out on a lot in the break, bro. We won't go into details, but let me just tell you, we are bricked up for this next series, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a banger, and it might left me, you know, a little out of breath and a little out of, you know, energy after this one because, man, we've got a solid matchup. I talked about marquee matches in the first series. With the second one, it is surely going to be a great follow-up.
It is really great start to today's games across the board. We have, of course, had EUE going up against Illuminati and 1-2-1 by Illuminati. Now 117 Not Found versus Anarchy. Both of them lying 5th and 6th so far in the standings. 35 for 117 Not Found, 30 for Anarchy. They have a good 20 to 25 point lead against 7th and 8th place teams, but they're also a good 30 points, 35 points behind 4th and 3rd, right? So you don't want to see that deficit get any bigger, right? You don't want to see that mountain to climb to get in towards the top 4, top 3 any harder. So this is a much needed win for both of these teams. Anarchy, one of the big things is they have Toby in their side now. It might be a new addition, which can take time to really integrate, but he's a very strong player, so hopefully he'll be able to bring something a little bit more to the Anarchy side.
Speaking of getting a little bit harder, we are going to go ahead and get right into the action. That's right. It is going to be a firing range hard point to start off this series, as well as a standoff search and destroy. I think we're getting a little bit of the same map situation in the first two, but Game 3 is going to be a little different. We're going to be jumping into a raid domination. So Panama Slums out the table for hardpoint as the bands come through, and takeoff as well for Anarchy. And with everybody readied up in the lobby, it does appear as though we are here for the action. Game number 1 about to start off. Predictions-wise, you mentioned it. I think that when you talk about this Anarchy team, they bring a lot to the table, but what they don't have is a lot of time together, right? The talent is certainly there, but 117, they've had time to master the craft. They've had time to fine-tune the lineup. They've had time to, you know, tie off loose ends. And right here, loose end is going to be on the bad side of the map to start off with, but nonetheless, P2 is still about 70 seconds away, so they got plenty of time to make something shake.
Dark Wizard looking out to see what he can do for the side of 117 Not Found. Jazz hold on to the Mac 10 for the time being, along with Lucky Karma with the CBR. Like the load of SKS on Dark Wizard tilt makes complete sense in firing range.
Complete sense indeed. Now as we see P1 15 seconds in, not a lot of time even for the side of 117, but their focus is primary. It's going to be P2 rotations. They get the break there. 2 players spawning right there. 1 on 10, 1 on the outskirts. One player looking to play a little bit of a spoiler. 2-piece in the back there for Dark Wizard. He's clearing the objective. He's clearing the backside rotations. And already a great start here for 117 as they get the break, and it looks like it might stick. But the primary factor of this one is you've got to be able to hold the spawns for P2.
Definitely 110% with 10 seconds left on the clock. Of P1 is about just trying to create that separation and having that flow leading into P2. Lucky Cosmos, Lucky gets a 3-piece together. That should allow them to kind of open the door on towards this P2 transition. 5 seconds until it begins. However, the side of Anarchy have been able to create that incoming space. Owner with the Holger, by the way, a little bit less of within the meta compared to what we've seen in the majority of the games, but gotta say, for the most part, he's making it work.
Yes, this is a map that it can reign superior. Why? Because everything on the map is pretty much wall bangable. The Holger certainly going to be able to just spray and pray, get a hit marker, and then just follow it up. The shots coming through. 1-7, they have not have luck here on their side on this rotation. They get the break. It does stick right here as 1 player left on the objective. We're seeing a similar scenario we saw in our first series of the night, but lo and behold, there are 4 players there to reciprocate now the objective. The hold, the stick, it's going to remain 117. They're going to be able to gain the last little bit of trickle time for free. And that means that the side of Anarchy, they are setting up early for trailer side now. Love it. Lovely rotations.
Great by Owner through the fence, that kind of wall bangable area, right, with the Hulker makes complete sense. And Anarchy just kind of being very proactive, one step ahead. A little bit difficult for Owner. It picks up one before he gets shut down. 51-46. Make that 51-50 as it is going to be the start of 117 not found. Currently hold on to P3 inside trailer.
Yep, 3 players on the outskirts looking to make the way in back into the trailer site where they set up early. The point is compromised. 2 players there. The kit marker from the concussion. Oh, big kills there coming through. Jazz and Cosmos combined for 2. The outskirts looking pretty solid. 2 players on the objective. 1 on the outskirt doing a little bit of damage is Lucky. He has found a lot of success here. 12 kills on board. The break sticks. The hold has been firm. And it is 117 with the lead. 30-point advantage rolling into the P4 sites where we are going to see opening up for the next 20 seconds. But I'm thinking, while it's all 117 here on the breaks, all 117 on the objective, we do our first listen in with the Spanish connection, so buckle up. VC check-ins for the side of 117.
¿Espera?
Está pushado Calvo. Muerto Galón.
Muerto Topu.
No, vamos, shower.
Mira jungla.
Tú retraste para jungla.
Una bala baños,
Mira,
está
ping,
metiendo verde,
porfa.
metiendo verde.
Medio uno.
Pero una bala, Dark, una bala, niño.
Espérate, Colmo, tomas.
Una bala, por favor.
Uno
Hay que
trailer.
sacar de baños.
Puro ventana. Bien, chileate, lo que. Baños, no, bro, baños, uno enter side. Muerto jungla.
Medio, trailer, está trailer. Medio 3.
Side uno, un tiro.
Estoy stone.
Tú también.
Yo también, por medio.
Puta.
Eso
Son
no es
3
mía.
en side.
No, una granada, qué mal. Uno más, hay uno más. Ir cogiendo trailer.
Qualifiers pusheando jungla, creo. Ah, no, va para mid.
Es un mid. Mira torre.
Jungla. Lowers ya.
Sí. Es Puri. Puri side
Una
ahora.
bala mood, una bala.
Puri
Salto
side
mood,
ahora,
hazlo
chavales.
Top team.
Top team Puri.
Trailer.
Muerto Puri.
Una bala side.
Esta atalaya, la atalaya. No, ahora atalaya.
Le inflamos a piñas, ¿eh?
Atalaya, sí.
Ya hay que tirar piñas.
Vale, le tiro piña. Es tú en barril.
Mid me mata.
All right, P4 comes through. They get the first initial advantage, but, I mean, it was a massive retake comes through for Anarchy, and the tides have turned. The deficit is closer than anticipated. 117 kind of struggling. As a matter of fact, they kind of fed on that P4 site, which has led to a lot of streaks here for Anarchy to burn.
End of the day, though, I still look at this as 117 not found being in control of this game so far. Looking at kind of the time kind of spent and the amount of kills, it has really been just 117 not found being very proactive across the board. I liked how Anarchy started this game, but it really hasn't been as much of an adaptation, and maybe that is down to the fact that Toby is kind of newer to the team, and it will take that little bit of extra time for them to synergize, and that's where we're seeing them kind of falter a little bit more on these fast-paced hardpoint type game modes.
Oh, you're right. And here comes the hold here. P2 has been rock solid. The break came through a little later than anticipated. The first time around, it doesn't look like it's going to happen at all, as Anarchy are going to be able to take the advantage right back into their hands. And here it goes, the push here from Karma. He finds 2. Can he find a 3rd? Trying to hold this. Can you hold this? Yes. Can you hold these? My guy, this big kills coming through for Karma. They get the break, and it wasn't even looking possible at one point. And lo and behold, here comes Karma, the lead right back in the hands. But now it's the push. Toby trying to get back in the objective. He's going to get shut down. 117 have been golden on these money hills. And they're already set up with a plethora of 3 players in trailer.
Really good stuff. 3 players in trailer is positive, but you got to make sure you have the support on the back line. It's where Jazz should hopefully be able to help shut Anarchy down. But just as I say that, Nev and Genius are going to be able to shut that one down in towards the P3. It's in control for this side of Anarchy. Nev trying to hold this, which of course is Toby, along with the 3rd player of Owner on the streak. playing it through 165 to 156. I gotta say, Anarchy, credit where it's due. You're proving me wrong right now. 117 not found, not able to hold on.
They aren't, but they do get the break here. Can they hold this objective? Here comes the push. Gonna be read like a book there. Genius is shut down. And now it is all 117 in the objective. 20 seconds left. Plenty of scrap time to scrap for. But guess what? No trophies in the objective. Here comes the Predator missile. If Genius isn't doing it with the MAC-10, he's got the Predator to go along with it.
Owner is absolutely flying right now. So good for his side. Was able to run rings around the players of 117 not found. And as we get in towards this P4, the setup is there for Anarchy. Jazz, Karma together. They stand united. They absolutely strike fear into the eyes of the Anarchy players, and they grab hold of this hard point.
Derek's the last player here for the contest. He's going to be shut down, and this is a buckle up for a P4 rotation. The break comes through, but it's absolutely denied. And the players, they're going to be left stucking or trying to push the firing range exit, but you can see it. They are already buckled up for new. Looking to get the rotations all the way through mid. This is a lost hope now, as you cannot funnel yourself on that jungle site. It is just literally feeding your opponents. And you can see the focus, the attention. Nothing is wanted of this P4 objective, and the lead is going to be handed back to the side of 117. A little bit more stability for them, but it's only a matter of time before Anarchy come back through and strike. Lucky able to find a two-piece before he's shut down, and now it is a P1 setup on a reset. I gotta say, this is a close one coming into a third reset.
It's close, but I didn't really like the separation that came in from Anarchy towards the tail end of this P4. I know they have a little bit of time before P5 starts up, but, you know, I didn't really like how they were separated across the board, and I think it's put them on the back foot.
It is put them on the back foot. Now P1 reopened for business, and with only 25 seconds, only a matter of time. But Genius able to stroke the brilliant plays of the lightning strike. Perfect timing. Indeed, the break comes back through, and Sandbags is going to be a safe haven for much longer. How much can they hold it? Here comes the streaks here from now. 117. This is a bloodbath, homie.
Nev going up and towards the top of the tower. Could be a game changer. Picks up one. Looking for a second. He's got to make every single bullet count. Switch it on through. Repositions. I like that running rings. Playing them like a fiddle right now, but not quite enough. Is trying to hold this. Toby is able to use that MAC-10 to his advantage. Great positioning from the side of Anarchy. 224 to 223. This game couldn't get any closer.
It cannot. Now P2 is going to separate primarily all throughout this matchup. Anarchy has always had the advantage at the beginning, but look at it. It's 117. They are looking to stack the hill, and they're going to need every bit of help on this objective. The flash, the two-piece. Lucky pushes out. He picks up his 37th to 38th. The point's open, and 10 seconds has gone by. There's not a lot of hope here for Anarchy now, as Derek's got to wait. He cannot wait there, as he's going to get taken down. Lucky. No luck needed for that one. That is going to seal it up. Nobody for the contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1. 117 not found. Well, guess what? They have found the objective time needed in a 250 to 229 win. A bloodbath towards the end, but they prevail. A little uncertainty, but Anarchy looked pretty damn solid. Just not enough to get into that P2 break and bro. Woo! I said I was going to be winded. I wasn't wrong.
When you really think about it, it kind of came down to P2.
Yeah.
That was... Overall, that was the big difference maker. Every single P2, it was 117 not found. And right at the end, I know they couldn't exactly predict it, but it ended on P2. And that's what gave them the win. Very good play from Anarchy. They kind of proved me wrong on how resilient they were and how they were able to come back into it. And I give a lot of credit to Owner with the Holger and how he's able to wall bang in. Plus, he was put in some very tight situations, and he absolutely clutched it up a number of times. Fortunately, it just wasn't enough in this hard point.
Wasn't enough indeed. No, there were big frags coming through, but you take a look at Lucky, man. A minute 21 on the hill, 42 and 34. Good night. Yeah. And then you got Karma, who is big brain in any form capacity. They've got a bit of an advantage rolling into this search or destroy, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If Anarchy wanted to take this to a game 3, I think they had to do it there on that hard point. That had to be their first game to take, because now we're buckling up for a search and destroy. We mentioned Illuminati earlier being solid on search. Well, this team right here is just one of the most electrifying in clutch opportunities. I could definitely see this being a 2-0. But again, it's solely based on how well the Spanish connection, you know, cover their odds and ends.
No, I could definitely see this being a game 3, because if you're looking at search and destroy, right, Illuminati, for example, they looked absolutely disconnected, like way more disconnected in hardpoint. But search and destroy, it was a different story, right? Because search and destroy allows for just a little bit less of a disconnected team in hardpoint to shine a bit brighter, because the individual skill comes through, and Anarchy are a side with a lot of individual skill. So I think it will come down to game 3.
You know what? It's got to be very convincing. This team you cannot allow the side of 117 to take 3. If you allow them 3 rounds, it's over. I've seen, well, actually, I'm going to be honest. If you allow them 1 round, they have opportunity. Last season in the bronze matchup, they reverse swept FN 420, and game number 5 started off 1-5. They were down by 4 rounds and made the comeback.
Yeah.
It was one of the most disgusting clutches I have ever seen in a search and destroy. Granted, that was on a firing range map. This team has what it takes to, you know, just outright exploit anything and everything they can. And right now, they're looking to exploit a 2-0, and Anarchy is the only thing standing in their way.
And it is a little bit of a shame that we're getting kind of same map, different series for the same game mode, but it is what it is. It will at least allow us maybe to compare how Anarchy played this one compared to Illuminati, right? So let's see what they can do, as they are on the attacking side for the first 5 rounds.
We'll see how it pans out. I'm going to be on board with Toby, as he's got first blood. Lucky quickly there to trade. Lucky has been the man with the plan. If you're able to take down Karma, though, that is a huge feat. So I'll take the trades there. Karma for Onur. Big trade indeed. Now is 30 seconds in. We've got 1 for 1s, and Anarchy, they're just looking to cover all ends and angles before they make that push over. Your bomb carrier, Nev. He's right here on boxes, looking to get the Q to push. You've got 1 player there. Cosmos damn near bites the dust to a nade. I don't even know where that came from, homie.
3 MAC-10s. UL. I don't really like 3 MAC-10s on the side of Anarchy. Although, again, as attacking side, it definitely is a lot more viable. Darix in the back line really has to pull something massive out of the bag, and he gets a 2-piece. That's what I wanted.
I swapped over at the wrong time. They line up. The collateral comes through. The bomb goes down along with it. And it is all on Dark Wizard with 1 on hand, trying to hold this. Looking to see if he can get Dark to hold this right here. The shots. Oh, baby, Dark! The jump! Only 2 more left, but he's going to be red like a bug. Oh, my God! It doesn't matter, Nev! Can he shut it down? Definitely great placement there. I saw him rotate over. I knew exactly what was about to happen. But I got to commend Dark Wizard. He has been hit or miss recently, and those were some hits. No misses there. I swear, if he would have rotated the corner and peeked the angle first, maybe went through courtyard, we would have been looking at a different ball game.
And what an effort. And that's kind of why I say, you know, Search and Destroy, it kind of allows that individual talent to really shine through. Dark Wizard tilt coming up big. Karma takes an owner to start off round number 2.
Yeah, not gonna be
Anarchy in the series, 1-0 down, so they need to win this Search and Destroy.
They do, and they need to find a way to take down Karma again. I think that's it committed a bit of success for Anarchy early in last round. You take down Karma, you don't allow him to do what he does best, and that's clutch in clutch scenarios right there. Dark Wizard not able to get the clutch through, but some pretty sexy shots, if I don't mind saying so. Toby still holding the angle. Toby is about half health, is going to be able to evade, but again, Karma able to lurk in the back alley is a problem. Oh, is that Darox? Is Darox knocking on Deli's door? And Karma just getting the business, but not a complete kill? That's a ball drop there.
But look how separated the Anarchy players are as a 3-person team. Oh, nice play by Darks to find one and instantly reposition. That's a positive. And that's good communication, at least for Nev. They send it in with the bomb to go for the plant because they've been able to pick up a player. But the hard work is still coming on through. And Toby needs to join up to provide that level of support, or at least help cover their backs, because if you look, Karma is going for the flank. He's going for the long game of all the way through in the backside. This could be very big.
Oh, that's a big ball drop. Toby gets the shots in. Karma makes him pay the violation. The determination. Karma able to be a back alley demon. The backside push. Nev, he clutched last round. Can he clutch the 1v2 this time around? He's going to be forced out of cover. Big gunfight, but lucky right there to get the trade. And that is a great example of a collapse when your twos are played so well. You have your opponent split, and then you just converge together. Great round there, and a great answer back to that first 3-1. Almost clutch from Dark. I'll just continue to say it because it was marvelous, but again, not enough. 1-1, though. Anarchy need a round. They need a game if they want to see domination.
Say both teams played that beautifully. Really mad respect to both teams. That wide wraparound was always going to be risky from Karma because of how long it was going to take. But the team knew they had a body advantage, and they made that count. As you see, this round 3 has been started with Karma being whittled down. You highlighted him as a player to shut down. That's exactly what they've done, followed by 3 other players.
Yeah, I feel like if you take Karma down, there is just so much more advantage for you. That first blood, the first round, I mean, it was basically 3 players getting dropped. I'm not saying that Karma makes up for 3 players on a roster. I'm just saying when you're going up against 117, the Spanish Connection, in Search or Destroy, Karma is basically 3 players by himself. He's so damn smart, 200 IQ on almost every play. Right there, he gets shut down, and 117, they lose. I mean, can you see a direct correlation? 100%.
Now we're into round number 4. Dark's going for an early bomb plant without taking down a player is risking itself. Flashbangs come through. Toby's looking for a reposition. Genius takes down Cosmos. That's a good start. Lucky with the sniper. Plays on through, but it's going to be Nev taking down Jazz. Traded on through, but the body advantage is still in the favor. Anarchy, great wraparound by Genius to play in on towards the underside. Now it's going to be the final player down with Owner on a 2-piece.
Big round there for Side of Anarchy. Big 2 rounds back in their pocket. Now we're last round of the attack for them, a 3-1 lead. Can they make it 4-1 on a map like this? I think it's possible, especially considering that it is very much so the pace that dictates these rounds right here. It has been big pace coming through, but Karma, he's activating beast mode. He wants some more. Toby, hold this, homie. Derek's right here in the corner, looking for the push. Oh, a little bit of target presence takes him off the objective of killing, and Derek's going to be able to nerf Karma into the next round. Is we've got a 3v2. Make it a 3v1. No. It is all. Oh, Nor. Can he find 3? He found 3 last round. But that's about all he's found this whole entire game.
Doesn't have the bomb as well, so it really is full advantage in the favor of the side of 117 not. Owner. If he can win this round, if he can clutch it up, it's not going to be the case, but if he could have, it would have set things up very nicely. But I do worry that with 3-2 and to an extent how 117 Not Found have played throughout this whole series so far, it could crumble apart for Anarchy.
Ensuing round, 3-2, flip sides, now the pressure. Oh my, Nev, the environmental. Jazz quickly able to pick up 2 himself. Oh my!
Oh
Jazz,
my
the 3-piece, clears off the A site, and it's all on Nev. Does the bomb go down? It does. Cosmos gets the deed done, but he is going to be violated upon sticking to plant. Pressure's high here for Nev to perform. They got to maintain this lead. Can't allow 117 to take the advantage out of their pockets. Nev rounds the corner, And I think Nev got a little bit of that same
Why didn't
timing.
he check his corner?
Bro, I'm going to be honest with
didn't
you.
he
It's
check
kind of
his
like when
corner?
Dark Wizard almost clutched that 1v3. He rounded the corner, didn't peek behind him. Lo and behold,
Yeah.
Nev was right there. Nev does the same exact thing. And maybe a little bit of karma coming back around, even though it was Cosmos who got the kill.
Look, it's like when you cross the road, always look left and right. Simple as that, kids. Don't want to get run over and flattened like a pancake, and that seemed to be the case when it came down to it for the side of Anarchy in that previous round. 3 apiece, as you see the bomb in the hands of Cosmos.
Here we go, the push. Jazz was so damn... Oh my, devious, demonic. Trying to hold this, holds it again. Toby, my guy, bro. At some point, you're going to get that trade. It's just not happening this round. Nev does find Lucky on the transition, so we got a 3v4. Bomb goes down. There goes Karma doing Karma things. Darox dropped Nev. Oh, Nord. Oh, my. Just make it Oh, Nord. It's a 1v4. Bomb's playing at 35 seconds on the clock. I got to say, this 117 has just... Woo! Been so damn spicy here in Surge, but Anarchy has given them a run for their money so far.
Once again, I just feel like it's a little bit too much separation from Anarchy in these rounds, right? The first round is the defensive side. They had that body advantage. And yeah, okay, it was a little bit more frantic, but it was left with just one player. It seemed to be more heavily the case in the round that's just happened. It just kind of got picked off, and there isn't really that much of a team response as it needs to be against what is a very fluid team in 117 not found right now.
Indeed, Onur able to pick the first off right there. Dark Wizard peeks his head, pays the price. Run for your money is one thing, but actually taking the game, that's a different. Right here, Anarchy starting off on the right foot this round. Farmer's still alive. That's always a problem. Jazz, he was a demon on the A site this time around. He's kind of just holding the fort down. You can see market side look like he might be able to develop some kind of strat. Maybe waiting for that push, but Karma's nerfed. Again,
Nice.
Genius able to take him down. Those are big key frags to start this 8th round off here. Advantage still in the hands of 117, but it can be quickly turned if Anarchy seal the deal here.
But it can also be very quickly turned the other way around, right? Lucky is able to take down Genius, and that's exactly what I talk about, right? The separation is there. They have a 2-1-1 split. The defense of 2 on A does make sense, and 1 on B, but I question what Owner is doing. I know he's playing Sniper, but I just don't think it's in the right position to support his team. He should be looking towards the A side, in my opinion, rather than towards the overside of B, but that's just me.
There we go. Toby finally able to get the revenge on Jazz, who's literally handed it to him 3 rounds in a row. Here it goes. Lucky. Half health. He's going to be able to recover for the push. Cosmos going to be read like a book.
Nice.
Lucky is all on his own. Bombs down. It is anything shy of a miracle, but the shots. Oh, my God. The jumps. Toby holds it yet again, and now you can see the pushback. Onur and Nev, they don't want anything to do with these. Anything to do with these shots.
Onur. Be careful, Onur. The split comes through, but luckily now is able to take down Lucky. I did notice an improvement right this second. I think Owner a little bit slower to reposition, but he did push forward to get closer to his team, right? And that is positive for Anarchy as a whole, and they wholeheartedly deserve that round.
Everything's earned here. It's not taken. Nev earns a nade to the face. Need to be solid here, though. Again, 117 have just been so damn violent when it comes to search or destroys. Like, any opportunity they see, they seize. Right here, Genius looking to seize an opportunity. He does take down Karm before he goes, but it's a 2-for-1s. And Jazz, he's still alive. Who wins the trade? That's right. 117 with a 1-player advantage now is 1 player on the A side effectively. It's a 2-1 split yet again. And that 1 player in Darox looking for the back alley approach. Well, the focus should definitely be on the A side now as Dark Wizard has already found another. Darox there. There it is. The A side push halted, but player advantage still in favor as now it's all on Darox to clutch the 1v3.
again, just being a little bit too separated. Dark's on his own. The bomb has been planted. At least he has an idea of where the remaining players are from 117 not found. But with Dark, on the other hand, they know where he is and they can swarm, play through, bide their time in through the tractor. Darks pushes forward. Jazz is on the other side. He has no idea. He makes it into the cubby hole. He's going to go for the close quarter combat. It's not going to be the case. He knew it was always going to be difficult. He went for it, but it's going to be 117 found on to game set match point.
All they need is one. They have found very much success on the attack as we flipped earlier. And gotta say, Anarchy has put up a hell of a fight, but does it end here? Will their journey in this search and destroy be halted? Well, it's aggressive plays. The backside, the dark, or the back alley compromised. O'Nor finds one. Karma's dropped. O'Nor's found two. He's not sniping. He's got the Mac in hand, but Cosmos and Lucky able to nerf the push. Nev through the flank. They do the deed. They get out. The dirty absolutely violating, and now it's left 2 players left, and they're kind of scratching their head like, what the hell just happened?
I think Anarchy kind of realized that they need to do something a little bit different, and I give them a lot of respect for that. But when you have a player like Lucky with the sniper in his hand, along with Dark Wizard, there's only so much you can do. Nev left on his own.
Nev left on his own, indeed. Now is about 58 seconds. Bomb's going to be collected to push towards the A site. Lucky spots him. Nev, get the hell out of there, homie. Last hope for Anarchy to see a round 11 is all on you. The push up. They don't anticipate it. Lucky's going to get called on the transition. Oh, no, the one that got away. Dark Wizard looking for the transition himself. Now is Nev. It's now or never. The push has to come. Lucky has fully healed. The push is...
I love it.
Good shots.
I love it. Oh, no. He's going for it. 1v1. He
Oh.
plays it through. It's unfortunate, but never loses out against the man, the myth, the legend, Dark Wizard Tilt. And it is indeed 117 not found. 2-0 against Anarchy.
Anarchy, again, a lot of respect for that search and destroy performance. Anytime you go toe-to-toe with some of the best in S&D, you get unfortunate rounds. Right there was just unfortunate time. You had a 3-2. You got to play a little less aggressive after you push aggressively off the rip. You got to find yourself with a little bit better positioning. Obviously, position means nothing when you've got snipers like Dark Wizard and Lucky. So
Yeah.
I think it was a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. But nonetheless, a solid one indeed. We didn't get a Game 3 out of this series, but it was certainly a banger indeed as we're taking a look at the post-Mayhem report. A lot of chaos in between these rounds, 10 of which we saw. 6-4 win, 10 kills on board for Karma. I said he was going to be a game changer. Some big rounds come through when he stayed alive. When he was down and out, a little bit of uncertainty for 117. But nonetheless, when you've got players like Dark and Jazz and Lucky who are able to just absolute violate at any given point, of course you're going to win.
Also, props to Cosmos. He got 3 plants out of the 5 attacking rounds for 117 not found. And yeah, okay, you know, the whole team played it very well as an attacking side to allow that plant to come through. But the second that plant comes through, right, it puts a lot of time pressure on the opposing team, and gotta give props to Cosmos in that regard, right? Planting the bomb, putting pressure, allowed the team as a whole to control, and I think that's the big thing for me, is that the better team won this time around. Anarchy are not a bad side. They have absolutely talented players, but as a team, they're just not there yet.
No, they're not. You've got to say, they've had a lot of roster changes. They've had a lot of new faces, obviously not new to the scene. You know, Toby is a man that was in the scene well before my time, right? But he's trying to, you know, get in where he fits in on this 117 or in this Anarchy squad that is very, very stacked and has a lot of potential, but that potential did not perform today. So obviously they got plenty of time to make something happen on the back end. This is still pretty much the beginning of the season. We're about almost midway through, but yeah. You've got to find a little bit of stability with the players that you have in your roster when you're making roster changes on a regular basis, on a frequent basis. New faces can obviously pose a threat or a challenge, and I think that's where we see right here. Toby not necessarily performing up to task in his first day. You know, that's okay. You know, plenty of time to make, you know, the improvements and get that synergy together, and plenty of time to take a look at the results now if you're just now joining in. It was a banger for our first series of the day, as well as our second 2-1 win for Illuminati, as they earn 15. 5 awarded for EUE. 117, they find 2 in a 2-0 fashion. Now that brings us to FN420 and Animus. That is going to be our third series of the day. We're about halfway through. Imperium, how you feeling, homie? You're looking great. I know in between the games we have a little bit of fun, but, you know, are you having fun in the games too?
Yeah, of course. They've been very action-packed for the most part, and I think the standard is extremely high across the board. Really impressed with 117 not found. Very, very impressed with them, and I think they could be very much dark horses leading into the qualifier.
All right, well, we'll have to see now.
Finals down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to get geared up for our third series of the day. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be FN420 and Animus. We're going to have that and more coming up after this break in the word from COD Bubble. So don't go anywhere. Grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack. Get prepared for the long haul, because we're halfway through. We've got 2 more matches on our hands that are sure to prove to be excellent. We'll be right back. Alrighty, our third series of the day. I said we're going to have bangers on our hand. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got a lobby full of sweats. It's FN420, Animus. Squared off at a best of 3, and this is going to be another one. In the words of DJ Khaled, homie, I don't think I could have said it any better myself. Hot damn. We've got a best of 3 on our hands, and I've got to say, period, this is probably going to be just as good as our first 2 series, if not better.
It's a big, big test for FN420 in my eyes. Animus are the current leaders of the Mobile Mayhem season, right? Dethroning Tunics at Nova for the time being. Not saying it's going to be the case for the whole tournament, but that is a big sign of how good Animus have played, currently on 80 points. That means I believe they've won all of their series 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So FN420, they're only on 10 points. If they win this, it will put them a lot closer to the likes of Anarchy, for example, who got 0 points in today's games. So a big test and a big opportunity for FN420.
Yeah, they got to put their best foot forward because this Animus squad is just different. We talk about the top of the top, not just in point standing, but in talent-wise. You've literally got 2 players on this roster who won one of the biggest 1v1 tournaments. I get it, it's 1v1.
Yeah.
But it just shows you how much better this roster is when it comes to individual talent. That individual talent meshes so damn well with each other as well. Narcs obviously won the 1v1 sniper tournament, and we've got Shark who won the SMG. Damn near won the AR too, bro. Is just built differently. Shark's not even in the lobby, bro. Let me just tell you, we haven't even seen that much of Shark, and this team still thrives without him. Like, very, very much so thrives. So FN420's got their work cut out for them. And I think that work actually starts off on a little bit of a slums hard point. So taking a look at that, S&D firing range game number 3 is going to be a summit domination. And I gotta be frank with you. I don't think you've seen slums yet.
No, I haven't. That's why I was like, slums? Is that like a nickname or something? No, I haven't seen, or at least I haven't casted slums yet, so I'm excited, and this is going to be, at least for me, I'm going to be kind of hanging on the back foot and just seeing how the teams play the map, right? Because, at least for me, I don't have that much experience in that regard of this map, so, hey, bring it on. I know it's going to be relatively new to the teams as well, within reason. I don't know how much scrimming they've done on the map, but it's going to add an extra element of spice to the series as a whole.
You know me, bro. I'm all about spice, man. Anything you can get me into, a hot wing challenge, bro, sign me up. I need all the spice we can get here in this first game, as we're going to be moving to the barrios, the slums of Panama. The wife is from Panama, by the way. So I've been meaning to ask her. I've been meaning to show her like the trailer video. I'd be like, hey, do any of these points actually look familiar? Do you notice any of these? You know, as a joke, and just see if, what she says, because obviously it's in Panama. She's from there. So we're going to see how accurate COD was when they made that particular map indeed. But obviously it's not real, okay? But I do want to kind of hit her with it and be like, hey, does this look somewhat... Have you ever seen these points? Do you know where the bomb site... Do you know where the bomb sites are on the slums? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She's going to be like, what are you talking about? Matt, shut your mouth, okay? Oh, man. Well, we're here for it. Everyone's in the lobby. Everyone's geared up. Prediction-wise, I think Animus takes this series. I think it's going to be a close fight, but I think it's going to be a little bit more that FN420 won't be able to handle.
Do you think it's going to be 2-0?
Sadly, I think it does. I think it is.
Yeah. If the last series had gone to a game 3, even though they've got kind of nothing to do with each other, I would maybe have said 2-1 in this, but I just can't help but feel that 2-0, Animus, they're top of the leaderboard, they're there for a reason. I don't see them stopping anytime soon.
We're going to see how it goes now. We didn't get to see a lot of Animus at the beginning of the season because, we had a lot of DQs. A come through. A lot of forfeits. Right now, the shots are going to come in. P1, ringside, round the Rosie. Around the hill we go. It is going to be FN420 with the initial hold, but they are going to be taken down. Drari, who was insta-thirsted immediately upon entering the objective, is going to be yet again shut down. And FN420, they have themselves a little bit of momentum.
Great start. They're coming in all guns blazing. P1, it's a little bit more open and rings around the Rosie. Okay, the walls are able to protect you to an extent, but it's definitely a little bit easier said than done. But you can see that they want to start as they means to go on. Hez picks up one, is going to get shut down instantly. 17 seconds left on this P point, and it's very close initially.
It is real close indeed, but here comes one of the money hills. The next point is going to be at the bottom of the hill. If you look at the map, it'll be in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and there's 3 points of entry. Two of which are literally funnels. The third is where you want to come through from, and that's the spawn site. So you can already see the focus from the side of FN420. They're looking to cover all odds and ends. Cathelia and Drari looking to make the push. Cathelia is going to get the shots, but Drari's going to get the credit. Drari's going to be shut down instantly afterwards. Now, the initial hold there from FN420 is going to be flipped, and the spawns, they are as well. This is going to be a big break and a sure hold for the side of Animus.
Talking about flip, Ronan, is there any chance you can flip cartography? Because the teams are the wrong way around. As cautious firing on through 37 to 28, very close between these two teams across this P2s. We're in the second half of the standings. Looking at the loadouts, Holger, R9. Okay, interesting. And a couple of Mac 10s. Do like the balance coming out from this side of Animus in the early parts of this game, and it is definitely a little bit similar. SKS being utilized by Slayer, and that's a good gun for what I feel is this longer map.
Long indeed. Now you can see Marvel, he's trying to get to the very, very end of it, try to flip those spawns and hold now as he's got the whole grid hand. Used to seeing him with an SKS in his hand, but obviously he's got a Holger indeed. R9 Grizz has been notorious for being the demon in the lobby. He is certainly being one of the pests that FN420 haven't been really able to deal with. On the flip side of things, Balance looking for some pure, clean objective time, gets shut out. Feints there to quickly trade, but the objective in the hold break is going to come through. FN420 rocking and rolling. Solid one indeed now as we're neck and neck. Cathelia, first player with the operator, the Annihilator. He's going to find one to break. Looking like it might come through, but Balance laying on his tummy there. Oh my god, Hez spamming away the Sparrow. Does find a few kills, but not enough to hold the break or get into the objective. This is just, I mean, it's a do-si-do right now.
I tell you what, my first observations with this map is it is the one of the most fast, it's, I would argue, the fastest paced hardpoint maps. Like, more fast paced than, oh my god, why do I forget the name of the map? The winter map?
Summit.
What?
Summit,
yeah. I think it's more fast-paced than Summit. It is crazy, of course. I think both of these teams are playing this balls to the wall. They want to try and grab hold of anything they can inside this game, but this map certainly is fast-paced.
It is fast-paced, and fast-paced indeed. We are going to be jumping in quickly for a listen-in. Our first team of choice is going to be FN420 as they have the spawns, the backside, the foot, the objective. They've got the lead. And we're going to go ahead and see how the comms sound as they are buckling up for a P1 reset to go along with that.
Oh. Front hill.
They're all dead, man. I shot on dead. Push new. Say, let's start to push this. We need to start flipping. One's right side, one's right side, and one front of you. One's right van, one's right van.
Front nice. I'm one of Miami. I mean,
one shot, he's going down.
one blue.
He's in here. There's two in
Blue,
here.
blue, I spawned behind them, guys. One's in blue, one's in blue. He's got a trophy.
Oh my god.
He went back.
Should have spawned.
I'm pretty.
He's in blue.
He went top here.
One more side. Nice, good. Ooh. Guys, stay in the back so we don't flip this one. Yeah, stay in the back so we don't flip this one.
Nice. We can win this, guys. We can win this.
Yeah, okay. They're pushing right.
Two grave, one shot dead. One more. Push them hill.
Side, dead.
One more hill.
Right side low.
Nice.
Stay in
Watch your blue, has. He's
One
coming.
shot, mid fire, mid
One
fire.
shot, he's pushing here, P1, P1.
One right side, right side, right side.
Dead. One push down, one push down.
Do that,
No one shot.
It's fine. Keep going.
One more next.
Push left.
One shot side.
Sun.
Only one next.
Push left. They're gonna spawn out.
Only one next, push.
I'm gonna wait.
Oh, he's the.
I'm
Fuck.
holding
One shot
cam,
blue.
I'm holding.
One in the
Wait,
back.
balance.
Yeah, he's in the back.
I got
Oh, I got a holder, bro. I got a wait for you guys.
On blue.
I'll make him try shoot.
I need help. Mal was watching me.
Arnane dead.
Mal was one shot in the back. He's in the very back. He's in the
Stun, faint. That side.
Get him
Another one side.
Gotta say, the comms there, super serious. Obviously, this team has had their struggles with producing, you know, the right players at the right time and maybe getting some of those serious comms in. Right there was all business as usual. Imperium, what were your thoughts?
Wow. So calm. I was expecting it to be a frantic, you know, ball of madness. Not against them, but in terms of how fast-paced this game is. But they're so calm, so cool, so collected. And I love the little subtle things such as we can win this, right? Psychologically, you gotta know that as a player, psychologically, when your teammate is saying, we can do this, guys, we got this, we can win, that plays a big part in you succeeding. And I love that. I think it was balance that made those kind of little remarks so good from FM420. I had a massive smile on my face all throughout listening.
I think I'm right there with you. You know, they've had their struggles after the beginning of the season. I think they have been their own worst, you know, fear. Their biggest competitor is themselves. They have been fighting the struggles, the inner demons. And right here, the demons on the other side of the board are definitely not making it easy for them. The lead's still in the hands of FN420. We're buckling up for a P3 rotation. The break comes back through, and the side of Animus finding a little bit of stability on this 3-point now. The push coming through. Drari looking like the speed demon is going to be able to find two with the purifier, looking to cleanse the souls of this FN420 team. He does enough just to get the job done on the break there, as it is going to be held in a split decision now, as Balance looking to be able to be pushing the front side and the back side. Approached here from 3. They are not really trying to double down for the break, but Balance does enough for it himself. And with the last 10 seconds in, they're going to be able to keep their lead and the advantage for this P4 rotation, where they found a lot of success on the first hill rotation around.
Like, if you look at the KDs, FM420 don't have the majority of the players in the positive KD, but it doesn't matter because they're playing the objective game really well. They're playing the spawns extremely well, which is allowing them to spend more time on the hard point, which is giving them the lead that they currently hold on to. So this is very intelligent play from FM420.
Intelligent indeed. Now, as you can see, bread and butter right here. Grizz looking to shut it down. He gets 3 in the feed, but he's going to be out. Drari looking to make the break finally. A little bit of solitude. Wrong. Here comes Hez. Hez, just a demon feints right there on the objective. They are stacking it too damn well. And Animus, they are not going to be able to find any success the second time around on this P4 rotation. As a matter of fact, the break is going to be sustained. Multiple entries in, multiple denies. And this is going to be FN420 setting themselves up. They're going to be damn near close to 25 points closing it out. They are going to fall off the objective for a moment. So looking like 29, but your opponents need 100. This is a picture-perfect scenario if you're FN420. And Animus, they need to find a way to take down this FN420 squad and extend this game. They're at least guaranteeing a P2 if they get a majority of this hill.
And as far as I know, this will be the first game that Animus lose, or drop, should I say, inside the Mobile Mayhem season, if I'm correct in saying that. So an even bigger plus, an even bigger confidence boost for FN420 to essentially slay the current beasts of the Mobile Mayhem season and really help to kick themselves off in towards the season, coming towards the midway point. Only 20 more points required, and it's all systems go for FN420.
Slayer here with the Annihilator, getting the break, getting the contest. Can't win off this hill, but you got to be able to get the break there on the P2 site now, as you can see. Animus, they're looking to play a little bit far spread now, as they've got to be able to be here for the test. They also got to set up for new, and this is a bit of a conflict now. As you can see, they might be losing the spawns out. Drari does win a massive gunfight, but re-peeks the angle. Kosh there to open the door, and the floodgates might be compromised. Drari does get the God spawns, but he's going to be instantly taken out again. Marvel and Gathelia looking to combine there. Oh, big two-piece from behind. Gathelia doesn't hit the second shot, though. The third does. And it is a matter of seconds. Feints taking down this spawns and flip, but Gathelia finds the 2 necessary. The break's going to hold. No, it's all on Grizz. This is disaster striking twice here for Animus. They have managed to keep the push off for a moment, but they got to be flawless for the remainder of this game, and I just don't see that happening.
That starts a matter of when, not if, at this stage of the game, and that's going to be the case. FN 420 take down the side of Animus in game 1 of this series. Hardpoint Slum is theirs. They own it, they deserve it, and couldn't ask for a better start in this series.
I made a bold accusation earlier, and I said I think Animus take this in 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've already got an upset on a board here. FN 420, don't get it confused. They have been their own worst competition in this series. I don't think I have seen them have a solid day yet. This is a solid start. You got to thank the entire team for putting their best foot forward. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at the KDs. They look so damn close. It's disgusting. 30-34, 30-31, 37-33. I've never seen a team full of 30s on any team come through.
Yeah. This
is just a phenomenal beast of a game. Nobody expecting it. FN 420, they earned that first game. Big win. 250-194. Wasn't even close. The comeback was a factor, but man, when you've just been solid on those P2 rotations, those P2 breaks, hell, even getting a lot of bank off of P1, and you know P4 was a lockdown for them. Sheesh. Hell of a game, a way to start the series.
And again, I know when I highlighted, I think it was about 2/3 of the way through the match that the majority of the FN 420 players didn't have positive KDs, that they were focusing on the objective. That ended up rewarding them because they then all bar one ended up with positive KDs, and it just kind of shows that the foundation of what was Hardpoint, especially in this Slums match, was very much there for FN 420 compared to Animus. I kind of want to put that down to maybe a little bit more practice on this map. I don't know. Only Animus can tell us that to an extent, right? But other than that, very, very strong fundamentals, and I hope, to be fair, I'm all for FN 420 taking this series 2-0, to be fair.
I said it was going to be a 2-0. I might not be lying there, but that's a tall ask, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to firing range, my guys over at Animus have some of the most elite sniper talent. And I've seen this firsthand experience. Like, these guys just, they're built differently when it comes to search. And any team that's, a Zem coach team has that advantage rolling into it. Obviously, we talk about Animus, but on the flip side of things, NA also has a diamond in the rough in NYSL, who, they have been, in the past, historically speaking, one of the better teams in Search and Destroy. Here recently, their focus has been flipped, but that's neither here nor there. That is just showing the value of having a coach, a washed coach at that in Zem. He will provide you some strats for Search and Destroy, and Animus, they're kind of cracked beforehand, so you throw that into the mix, it's just fuel into the fire. Now, as the fire is getting hot, we're going to be jumping right into the oven, my guy. It's the firing range Search and Destroy, and I gotta say, FN 420 picking up a big game 1. Can they follow it up for a 2-0? Oh, this is a tall ask, bro. It's a tall ask. Possible.
It's a very tall ask, but again, I tried to, I tried to live on a bit of a hype train moment, and I look at that as a very big hype train moment from FN 420, and how it wasn't like, let's be fair, Hardpoint, it wasn't even close. It's not like it was 250 to 220. It was a pretty dominating result, all things considered, from FN 420. But now they start off on the part of having to really hold things down inside Search and Destroy.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. 3 have dropped instantly. Feints? We didn't even mention my name, Feints! Why did we not mention him? My guy is on a spree. 2 in a row there. Slayer finds the last. Sniper talent, pound for pound. Feint Slayer. They get the better of the trades. And I don't think not a single kill comes through for Animus. A shutdown round to follow up the shutdown performance into Hardpoint.
Strong start. Maybe the Animus cages has been rattled, right? When you go into a season and you go undefeated, you can't forget what it's like to lose to an extent, right? And you might lose in scrims, but that tends to be less important. You might lose in a different tournament, but again, when you go into a specific tournament off the back of not losing a game, you maybe forget what it's like, and then it's a little bit harder to deal with it. And right now, the cages of Animus being very much rattled by FN 420.
The cages and walls being knocked right here is certainly a beast of a start here for FN 420. They started hot in the hard point. They finished hot as well. So we see second round, a little bit of a change of pace here. It's still aggression. 100% felt. FN 420 putting the pressure on. Woodside push. Gathilla. He's going to be compromised. Oh, fades the shot. Stay clear. The bomb is compromised, and now it's all on Marvel. The 1v3. Can he get the clutch? Oh, he misses out on Hez right there. Phenomenal
teamwork by FN 420. Like, absolutely spectacular, right? Going on to Gathilla, yeah, they knew where he was, but they didn't take it for granted. They pushed as a duo up the stairs onto the high ground, and they took him out. Very, very good once again from FN 420.
Brick wall right here is... I gotta say, Animus have just fallen flat-footed, flat-faced. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure they're scratching their head too. Like, where the hell did this FN 420 team come from? Well, we know all too often how well this team plays, but they have been their biggest competitor so far. Now the push coming through. Balance shut down. Grizz finally able to pick up one. Kosh absolutely dropped as well. Hez finally able to get a trade, but it's Narcs. The dingle from that range, though. God damn. Woo!
Very strong by Drari, much deserved. At least Hez on his own with the DLQ. Looks her through the door to Trader, can't find it. Has to switch on over. The bomb has been planted, running out of time. He can do nothing about it. The shutdown finally. Animus puts something on the board. Drari was definitely the playmaker in that one for me.
Yeah, you got to bring something to the table. Can't be coming home with nothing to show for it. And right now, it has been all FN 420 in the feed. That round was Animus's answer back, but it's 2 rounds in a row that they had to go through and endure. Here comes the push again. Grizz trying to be a little bit of a first blood first. Madman Rage. Kosh makes a pay. Drari there to get the trades, though. And now here comes the ensuing round. It has been 1-for-1 so far. Minute 30 left on the clock to push towards this A-long site. Marvel looking to anchor and lead the pack. Gathilla gets the trophy down, maybe looking at a quick plant, but Feints looking to spoil. Kosh finds Drari. Oh, gotta hit those Feints. Big kills through the door frame of Trailer. The push comes in. They handle business. 2 for the price of none, and now it's only 2 left. Kosh and Slayer left to pick up the pieces, 2v3 style.
There on his own. I like the initial defense that came out from FN 420, and I even think they responded extremely well off the back of Kosh getting that kill to shut down that B movement that played on through. But in the end, the power became too much for them, and the bomb has been planted. Slayer left to his own devices. Time is now ticking out. He has to make some kind of push on towards the A bomb site.
Oh, big shots. Narcs dropped. 1v2. 27 seconds on the clock. Intensity high. Clutch rate pretty low here as Marvel and Gathilla looking to tag team it up, but you see Slayer get the info he needed to go ahead and get the push, double down. The bomb head glitched. I kind of like it. Bold. Gathilla playing the time. It's the push. They collectively go in the tandem, and that is exactly how you play your twos there. No loose ends needed. No casualties. And we've had 2 for 2 so far. Who's going to take the advantage before we flip sides?
Good effort by Slayer. I appreciate what he was trying to do, but indeed, Animus played that correctly as a duo with the bomb planted. They knew they had firm control, and they just had to wait for the time to strike. Now, Xitium once again with the bomb in his hands, looking towards the mid-sector of this map. You see Slayer defending that B bomb side all on his lonesome, which isn't a bad thing. The two setup, a balance is going to get taken down.
Yeah, right through the walls there. Feint still holding down the bottom side of the staircase. Can't really get a jump shot on that. There's a cheeky shot right through the wall there on the side, but the nade shot is going to prevail there. Feint's one shot. Going to be able to evacuate the area before the deed is done and recovered. Now is one player in mid. Drari looking to play the demon role. Does find one. And he's in the spawn sites now. This is a big last round on the attack here. Drari gets sights on Slayer. Slayer's going to be able to evade. Dekosh the push to ensue. Now he's got to heal. Slayer drops Marvel. It's a 3v4. Big round here. 40 seconds on the clock as the bomb has been planted. And now it's all on FN420 to retake with 3.
Gosh, on your own, you can't be that heavily separated from your team, especially when you have the body disadvantage and that bomb has been planted. I get that maybe you just have to commit to it as Drari is going to get shut down. That's a little bit better. Slayer with the pistol is going to whip on through, but Slayer gets taken down. Feint is left on his own. He's going to go for it, but it's just too little. Too late. Time ticks down, and 3-2 in the favor of Animus.
Here we go. Flip sides. Started off on the wrong foot, right? Animus find 3 in a row. And FN420, all that momentum they had from the hardpoint has came to a halt. Will they be able to muster up enough to close this series out in 2? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. With the way that Animus has played these past 3 rounds, they have not given any kind of hope for FN420 to see that day come. Feint's now taking everything into his hands. Does find one. Xitium drops Grizz. Can't be denied. Feint's able to find Drari there in the transition in the trailer. Grizz. Now's the last player inside. Balance. Bro, you got to peek that before you do. You can't walk in blindly. Bomb goes down, and that is going to be 2 players left. Feint and Slayer left to collect what is owed, and that is going to be a difficult one now as the bomb right there on the staircase of trailer, and you've got Grizz right there holding the fort down.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. What better way to round the corner than have a doof in your face?
You shall not pass is what Grid is saying to the whole of FN420, but Slayer is going to come in with the pistol traded very quickly. Leaves Feint on his own. He's been able to pick up the bomb, but what is he going to be able to do with the 1v2? It's going to be very tough. The smoke comes out. He's going to be able to play on through the trader. Has a pistol play. He comes in, gets the cluster to Marvel, looks for the second, but not enough.
Gotta say, this is just 200 IQ from Narcs. He gets his smoke down, disengages from the contact. Feint's initially trying to get the kills through Armory, disengages, gets the smoke down, rotates back through trailer, and there's Marvel right there to get the trade. Gets knocked, and sure enough, Narcs is right there to answer the front door. Feint's had nowhere to go. Big round for Animus to start off the defense now as Narcs looking for the first blood. Balance able to cross freely. Man, you shall not pass. Well, guess what, homie? You passed, and there's Xitium. He's passed as well now as Kosh is dropped. A little bit of compromise here on the bottom side of Wood. Feint's looking to steal the deal in the back. Trying to deal with that pest inside his spawn side, but Xitium, he's free right here at the bottom. Nobody there to take him out. What's going on?
Balance. Slayer doing absolute wonders with the pistol, to be fair. Props to him. Maybe that's his secret weapon as they now have the body advantage. And FN420, let's be fair, they need this round. They do not want to go into the next round on match point against them. They need to try and trade it through. At least for now. They have the bomb planted. They can slow down just a little bit and set up a strong defense.
Well, here comes Marvel. He's on the flank. The ones are being played. You're talking about the best sniper talent in all of EU right here and stacked on one team. Slayer at the bottom side of Wood. Marvel's picked up the doof. Now it's coming through. The shots. Oh, most bricks it, but he's won, and now he's going to be able to recover. Narcs is done with. And now it's all on Marvel. Around the corner. Balance. Here we go. A little bit more. And there it is, 3-4 indeed, as the gap is being slowly covered. FN 420 trying to buckle up and even things up, finding a little balance themselves. We'll see how this next round pays off.
Pretty well played coming out from FN 420 as the attacking side. Balance is going to get taken down very quickly by Narcs, and he's the bomb holder. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O goes from 0 to 0 for Balance, and FN 420 potentially across this current round.
All right, now it's just an opportunity for them to get that bomb picked up. Obviously, looking for smoke maybe to clear the path. Narcs looking to just hold it off. You hear the shots. It whizzed right by his head. But the deed is done. Hez picks it up. He collects the tax. Now it's Grizz. God, what the hell is he doing in tower with a doof-doof? What are you doing, Grizz? You cheeky little angle right here. Gets the nade shot out, but it doesn't get anything he needs. One trade in, and it's in favor of Animus, and all of FN 420, they're kind of stuck in wood now as they make one wrong move. They're going to take one wrong step right into Fate's hand. It's Marvel and Grizz right there to make something shake now here. 44 seconds. This round has just been time wasted. Can FN 420 get this bomb plant down? Gedalia, he's dealt with. That is the biggest trade they could have gotten, and now here comes the push.
Man, this is such a close round, such a close game across the board, but Marvel, he's such a difference maker, and just like that, it's all going horribly wrong. And that faints as the last player standing, and down he goes 5-3, match point for Animus.
This is it. Do or die here for the side of FN 420? Well, not just quite yet. We got a game 3 promised if they lose this one, but you're talking about giving hope to a team like Animus? I don't know if you like those odds enough. We'll see now as the A side is going to be... It's given away for free. There's nobody there. Animus have pushed up aggressively. They're going balls to the wall. Drari. Hez. Have you two met? Gedalia? My God. They are closing it out. 3 players left. They're all on the site. The bomb's going to go down. This is not the right play. Slayer's going to be left on his own. The Deagle can only do so much. Gedalia's there for the trade. Here comes the body shots. Nope. Okay, Grizz is being a gentleman this round. Okay, good for him.
Like, when you really look at this overall, there just wasn't enough adaptability from the side of FN 420 in terms of they became a little bit too easy to read, right? And that's where you saw the aggression start to ramp up from Animus when they were the defending side, going from round to round to round to begin with. Yeah, props to FN 420. They kind of deserved those first 2 rounds, but from there on out, there just wasn't enough. Hey, when they were the attacking side, for example, did they ever really go for a B bomb plant? No, right? So it became just too easy for them to be read by Animus, and they took full advantage of it.
I mean, I agree. I think strategy and creativity have a big factor when it comes to Search or Destroy. Obviously, if it ain't broke, don't break it, right? Don't fix it. Don't try to do anything differently. I think that was the story of the day for Animus. They find the way to make something happen after being manhandled in the first 2 rounds. I mean, let's be real. FN 420 came in with a lot of momentum, but that momentum came to a big stop once that 3rd round hit, and only 1 round successfully found after that. So we're buckling up for it. It is going to be a game 3 bound as I'm taking a look at the spread. We are moving over to the snowy hills of Summit. A change of scenery, a change of pace, 2 rounds fire, or 2 games fire back-to-back. Talking about it, some of the hottest stuff I've seen in Slums, Hardpoint, and then that firing range, Search or Destroy. It is a spicy one now as we're going to cool things off a little. Chill, daddy. Summit domination. And based off of what we just saw there, I mean, the Hardpoint looks solid for FN 420, but are we starting to go back and revisit that and maybe see that it was just less played or less scrimmed, less practiced from Animus, or was that a stout performance? I think it was a stout performance from FN 420. I cannot deny them that.
Exactly. I think because of how strong of a win it was, it was a stout performance, but there is that element of a lack of maybe practice on that map from Animus. This Summit, it's ironic because I compared Slums to Summit, right? So this map is fast-paced in itself, but of course Animus are clearly going to be a lot more familiar with the map, so I think it's going to be a clearly closer contest between the two teams. My one fear is that there's a little bit of doubt planted in the seed of FN 420, and that might see them play a little bit too passively to an extent, and Animus will smell that. They'll smell that fear and they'll take full advantage of it if they can.
Can't leave anything out here in this next one, as it is make or break for both teams. Solid start from FN 420. Fall flat on their face afterwards, though, as the S&D was just a blender after those first 2 rounds. We'll see if they can answer back. This is their last opportunity to take down one of the best teams in EU. I'm not saying they are the best team. Obviously, you've got to throw Nova in the mix in that contention, but Nova's not in this series. We're not worried about that. We're worried about Animus and FN 420. We'll see if FN can do the impossible and make the best of 3 theirs. This Domination Summit is going to be the determining factor, and I think you were absolutely right when you made the comparison to Slums, as that map, it's a little bigger, but in comparison, it's the length that we're referring to, right? It's an elongated map. It's not one of those ones that's square in comparison to some, like, what are some Hackney Yard's a little more. Well, Hackney Yard's probably it's a little wider, but it's long as well. We're talking about Raid. Raid is a square map with 3 huge lanes to dictate. This map is 3 condensed lanes, and the traffic is just, I mean, have you ever been to New York City? This is exactly what it's about to be. The interactions are high. The price is also high. The reward is going to be even bigger.
Look, whatever happens in terms of FN 420 win or lose, I suppose focusing on if they lose, I don't think anything can be taken away from the fact that they're the first team in this season of Mobile Mayhem to take a game off Animus, and that shows how much that they are continuing to evolve and improve. And I'll always say that about teams, whether they finish first or 7th, if they've shown a level of improvement and evolution throughout a season, they're on the right path. This is just one tournament across what will hopefully be a strong 2022 on mobile esports scene. So being able to improve throughout one season of a tournament can then help you in terms of improving throughout season, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, the Masters, whatever it is that comes up. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So FN 420, be proud of how you performed so far in this series and use that to build on towards the next games. I know we still got a game to go, but I just wanted to highlight that FN 420 have put in a hell of a fight today so far.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Now, as we're going to take a few moments to get into this next game, as one of the players has had a little bit of a connection issue, the Wi-Fi crashing for Qlash. You see he's left the lobby right now. We're going to give him a moment to get collected. As we do that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the results of the day. For just now joining in, you have missed out on one of the best days here in EU so far. 2-1 win for Illuminati. It was a banger. EuroElite just came through with the biggest hardpoint win, but could not follow it up with a search or a Dom performance. 1-7 not found. They crossed the, they crossed the T's. They dot their I's. They do everything they needed to close it out in 2. But I gotta say, an Anarchy team with a little bit of roster changes definitely made for a spicy series. I could see that team causing some mayhem later on in the season, especially with the right synergy, the right chemistry moving forward. As Toby makes his debut, didn't necessarily have the best performance, but that's quite all right. There's plenty of time to improve in that regard. FN 420 and Animus were midway through that series. It's 1-1 right now. We're about to buckle up for a domination on Summit. Or not cross, but the hard point was a solid one for FN. Animus, they're known for the search, and it obviously paid off as that series, or this series rather, is in a game 3 now, as we're getting geared up for it. It does look like we're still waiting for that 5th player to come through. Thoughts With him having that Wi-Fi issue, it's tough.
Look, you know, I don't know exactly what the rules say in terms of time limit for a player rejoining and how long they have to get a fifth player in or what the situation is. So we'll look to try and clarify that, because yeah, as of right now, we're still waiting for Qlash, or at least a fifth player to join from FN 420. Like, we still have one more series left tonight, and it feels like tonight has kind of been 4 series worth of games in terms of how action-packed the games have been. So yeah, it's been a great evening, especially considering I took a week off. Unfortunately, I don't think I've actually been able to cast Nova so far in this mobile Mayhem. I don't believe I have, just how things have planned out. So I'm excited to get on board with seeing how they perform in this mobile Mayhem season. Tonight, been more than impressed, and hopefully, in one more minute, hopefully, FN 420 can.
All right, well, we're about to find out now. Is still not a fifth being presented. It's been a pretty eventful day, and obviously we're in a stall waiting for that player to join up. And I think you have caught some of the better matches. Obviously, Thursday was interesting. It started off great. It ended just so... I mean, let me tell you, bro. Day and I were casting it because Gil started off and couldn't finish. Because you know how these days get.
Okay.
I mean, we're 2.5 hours already in, and we're not even in our fourth series yet.
Imagine not being able to finish.
Yeah, right. Hey, man, my guy Gil. I mean, he's sexy Jesus for a reason, man. I definitely finished, but he didn't, and I feel kind of bad. So, it is what it is. But Day joined in, and bro, let me just tell you, we were talking about what we were going to eat by the time we got into that third game. It was a 4v5 that Lux barely won with 5 players. Literally in the last P3 rotation, and we get into the search and destroy, it wasn't even close, bro. At that point, it was a 4v5 where Lux couldn't produce a fifth player. It was just a shit show, to say the least.
Kosh has joined, so hopefully we should be able to get the show on the road if he can actually ready up. I know that he maybe has to get his loadout ready to an extent because he's joined, but yeah, I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. I want to see who's going to win this series. It is game 3 of the series. To remind you, if you just have joined, game 1 hardpoint in slums was won by FN 420, but in game 2, search and destroy, in firing range, it was won by Animus. So we are seeing a game 3 happen.
We are indeed now, as the action is starting off. The snowy sides of Summit looking pretty sexy indeed now. This is going to be a chill one. Who am I kidding? This is going to be anything but chill. This is going to be fast-paced. You thought the interactions were high in slums. Well, guess what, homie? Buckle up. We've got a show on board. Indeed, a game 3 is on the horizon. Grizz looking for the contest up here. Gets the shots through, but Kosh looking to deal with that. He's got better Wi-Fi now as he reset 3-piece to start the game. And no home flag here for Animus. What is going on?
Something happened in Marvel to begin with, because for the first 30 seconds he was just standing at the start point doing absolutely nothing. I don't know what happened there, but now he's into the mix and he makes the count, gets a kill onto Kosh, but is instantly taken out in return and put the B side into the hands of Animus. It's not the start that FN 420 wanted.
All right, not the start that Animus wanted. If you look at it, man, good night. It has been a big blunder now.
Animus wanted. Apologies.
Oh, you didn't say Animus? I thought I heard you say Animus.
No, I didn't. I said FN 420 is a mistake.
Oh, baby. Marvel's still AFK. This is a F in chat right here. Obviously, we allowed Kosh the opportunity to reset, and lo and behold, the stall might have paid off, because guess what? Marvel is just not moving at all. The Cali 6 coming out from Narcs, you sweaty being you. FN 420 dominating. So far, so good. They get the third game brought to you by the hardpoint victory, and you said it earlier. Wasn't close. You were damn right when you said that, too.
SKS on Slayer. I think that's a good loadout in this kind of map with how some of the hardpoints can't fare off, but a couple of Mac 10s on board will do nobody any harm in how close this map is in terms of battles and how easy it is to come eye to eye, toe to toe with the teams around you. Marvel is still at the spawn point, so it is technically a 5v4 in the favor of FM420, and that makes things so difficult for Animus.
Oh, difficult is definitely a word you could use, but is an it's an understatement. It's just not a 4v5 on this map, and there it goes. Marvel disconnects. That's tough, bro. I hate we get a game 3 and we have one player disconnect. Obviously, we can't control that. It's clearly on the player, but I know that all of Animus are just, like, punching air right now. We take all that time for one player on the flip side of things to make sure his internet's correct, and lo and behold, I don't know what happened with Marvel.
Yeah.
Just a very unfortunate case.
It's a shame. I feel bad. I presume, I don't know if the rules say, Craig, is he allowed to rejoin if his connection comes back, or is it just a thing where he's just not allowed to rejoin?
I don't think he can. I think once you disconnect, you're done.
Okay.
It's one of those instances where, like, if his game crashed, he would have already reconnected back into the lobby.
Yeah, fair.
And once he leaves the lobby, it's because of the time delay that it took for him to get back in. It's tough. It is tough indeed. But the B cap coming through here, a little bit of salvageability here for the side of Animus, but quickly an A cap comes through. The C cap looks like it might be traded, but the B certainly coming through back for the side of FM420. And this is never a spot you want to be in, especially if you're in a game 3. And it definitely makes it awkward for the players. It makes it even more awkward for us as we're trying to be fair and equal and consistent, but there's nothing fair about a 4v5.
Nah, it's never easy. Of course, Animus will still continue to put up a fight across the board, and they'll try everything that they can to get back into this game. Maybe if they look to go for a bit of a switch around on the A side, of course, coming into the second half, teams are going to be reset. But yeah, good stuff indeed for the side of FN420. It may not be the way they want to win the series and want to win the game. That's outside their control, and all they can do is grab the points, grab the opportunity, of course, carry on with it.
Oh, here we go. We're into the thick of it now as Drari's going to be able to find 2. With the Purifier looking to cleanse off the point, is going to be able to do so. The B site looking like a solo job so far. The A cap looking like it might be flipped. Drari, is he going to be able to just do this all by himself? Yeah, he does, but the answer back. Oh, get laced. Lightning strikes coming through. Not going to strike anything other than the ground. The C-cap not going to be able to get capped as well. The 4v5. We saw it earlier last week, or later last week. Certainly was a nail-biter performance, but Lux, they come through and upset Anarchy, unfortunately. Not the case here, though, as A looks like it might be held off. One player there to hold the push. That's Narks. He's a bit of demon, but is finally going to be nerfed. And now the A-cap. What is going on? Is Drari going to be able to hold it off? He does. Man, this is just... It's so damn difficult to cast a 4v5, bro.
It is, and honestly, I got FM420. I think they're content having a little bit of fun. The 3-piece has at least been started by the side of, or at least been captured by the side of Animus, but quickly A retaken 104 to 85. They do want to be careful because they don't want to be killing too much. They don't want to, you know, bite off more than they can chew in terms of having fun against Animus, because even as a 4-man team, they are pretty dangerous in their own right.
No, they're dangerous indeed now, as they have kept FN420 flagless for a majority of this second half. Right now, the C-cap looks like it might be a thing. The B-cap does come through. It's solidified. 4 players for Animus, not able to cover as much ground, and Hez does it solo on CA. Going to be traded indeed, and this is just a tough one here. Animus might be just a victim of their own, you know, scenario. I don't know what happened with Marvel, but I hope he does. I hope he does have everything under control. Triple cap comes through, and now it's a lot more serious here. Plays for FN420. You know, while it is serious, what are you thinking? Quick listening just to kill the time.
Yeah, let's have a bit of a quick listen on how FM420 are playing this.
I go cluster, I'm gonna cluster C. This one C, this one C. There you go.
I'm gonna go eat. Unfortunate.
Verdict. Rest RP in the chat for Marvel.
Shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad.
That's not the word.
Shout out to Gizem, to Yelda, to Yuji. I love you all.
Gizem.
Muro.
And Milk's Fridge, you're my guy.
Feras, Muro, bro. Don't forget them, bro.
I'm sorry. This is unfortunate. It is what it is. And yeah.
Okay, I'm done with my speech. You can leave the call, guys. There's nothing
Ronan, unmute
interesting
my
here.
music bot, you bastard. Ah, nice.
I hate those guys. Those guys are the worst. I'm just kidding, obviously.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
people say struggling in 5v4. They're not struggling at all. Like they're clearly having fun in that regard, and that's not taking anything away from Animus. But yeah, they know that they have the body advantage, and that plays a big part in domination.
Well, you know, I've said it before, and, you know, I'll say it again. It wouldn't be EU if we wouldn't have, you know, chicanery, you know, jokes, you know, DQs, forfeits. It wouldn't be EU if we didn't have all of the above. And right now, all of the above has led us to a 2-1 win in favor of FN420. You heard it. It's very unfortunate. Obviously, we can't control it. Neither can, you know, the players. So they are just, you know, maximizing on the opportunity they have at hand. And obviously, the opportunity was them getting a 2-0 or 2-1 win. And, you know, that's the case. That's it. Game number 3, 200 to 115, 4v5, RIP.
Yeah, it is genuinely unfortunate what happened to Marvel. Every player is responsible for their own connection, and there's an unfortunate fine line between pre-game lobby and in-game, and a line has to be drawn somewhere, and that line is drawn when the game is started. Before that, the player has an issue, they're given that relevant amount of time as Qlash was given to get their connection sorted and back into the game. But it could have been the other way around. It could have been a case where Qlash didn't get his connection sorted in time, and it would have had to have forfeited. You know, that's the thing. The line was drawn, and it just unfortunately hit Animus in the wrong way. And yeah, they can still be proud of how they played and Search and Destroy, but FM420, they'll take the 15 points, they'll take the win, and like I said, they can evolve, they can grow, they can step up with that.
No, you're absolutely right. You know, it is what it is, and the show must go on. Obviously, the show led us to a game 3 where it was a 4v5. It's never fun seeing that, especially when you got a highlight match of the day coming down to the wire and one player disconnects. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So that is it. We're not even going to talk about the series. It was a stout hardpoint game. It was a stout search or destroy game. Both teams in their own regards. Had it been a 5v5, I don't even know if the results would have been different, to be fair. I hope that it would have been a lot closer, but we'll never know. That's going to be it for that series. So we're going to get geared up for our 4th and final, taking a look at the results from the day so far. You just saw a little bit of a blunder, a little bit of connectivity issues, a little bit of a 2-1 scenario. FM420 take the bag, 15 points. And Animus, they're not going to be walking out empty-handed. They're going to earn 5 points, but they were definitely looking for a best-case scenario. Obviously, they couldn't get the job done in game number 1, so they were forced to play that game 3, and they were not prepared for it, obviously. Well, unforeseen circumstances could not prepare them for that, so it is what it is. 2-0 win for 117 Not Found. They take on Anarchy, and I got to go back and rewatch that series because that was a hell of a 2-game spread. Obviously, the Search and Destroy got close, but the hard point was where it was at. 2-1 win for Illuminati. That was also a banger, and that leads to our 4th and final series of the match. Obviously, the talent is going to be a little, not necessarily less, but a little different in their own rights. It's still going to be as competitive as the first 3 series of the night, minus the 4v5. Well, Lux Aeterna had their fair share of 4v5s last week, so we're going to see if they can do it with 5 this week around. So, Imperium, we're going to hear a word from COD Mobile and then take that short intermission to get prepared for our next series. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We got our 4th and final one of the night coming up. All right, we're here for it, ladies and gentlemen. It's our fourth final series of the night. Great way to end it is Qlash and Lux Aeterna found themselves here for the best of 3. 2 qualifying teams. One will take the advantage. One will be looking for points elsewhere because this one is bound to be a great one. I think that it has a potential to go to a Game 3 Imperium, but I think Qlash has the upper hand here. Just being realistic about it.
Oh man, I've been at times impressed by Lux Aeterna. I think there's an unfortunate amount of carrying that Daytel seems to be doing. No disrespect to the other players, because I've noticed Senka step up the odd time. But that's where I think the strength of Storm can overpower Lux Aeterna as a overall complete team with Storm, Aragux, Gon, and Zed. So yeah, I can see Game 3, but I kind of want to go Lux Aeterna this one.
All
Why
right,
not?
well, we'll see how it pans out now as we're taking a look at the map rotations. Our fourth final series of the night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Standoff Hardpoint is where we're going to start our action out. And it is going to be the Raid, Search, and Destroy. And if we do go to a Game 3, it'll be the Snowy Chill, man. Map of Summit Domination. Crossfire is out of here. Map banned. Firing Range also off the agenda now as I'm taking a look at it. I can't tell which one it is. Crossfire, Search, and Destroy. Banned by Lux. And then Qlash banned Search, and Destroy on Firing Range. Interesting. Scouting reports in. And obviously these two maps don't want to be played by both teams. So, interesting enough. It is leading us to our first game. Hardpoint standoff. It's got to be a strong start for Lux. We're going to be looking at Daytel in particular to be the carry, but I'm also going to be looking to see who's going to be that support role because Parasite's here. He wasn't here last week, and that was a problem. Going to be looking at him to be that support role.
Okay, in terms of the overall leaderboards, both teams have an opportunity to pull something in terms of once again catching up to Anarchy, right? FN 420, they've done it by taking 2-1 against 2-1 against Animus in the previous series, so there's scope for both Qlash and Lux Aeterna to catch up to Anarchy. Again, right now, both of these teams are outside of the top 6, outside of the qualifying spot. Getting either a 2-0 or even a 2-1 will put them so much closer to Anarchy, who no, they're equal now, I believe, with FN 420. So yeah, just being equal or very close points wise to FN 420 and Anarchy.
Here we go. Standoff Hardpoint. This is where the action starts. Where's it going to end, though? P1 out in the open courtyard. Certainly going to be a bloodbath. Some might even call it a graveyard after this one now, as we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. The action is about to start. We haven't missed a single beat. Those map rotation videos are just absolutely lovely. We'll see who gets the lovely trades now as the push comes through. I'm on board with the tell off the rip. Looking to be a huge factor, but wow. Big kills coming through. Love actually there for the kills, but Storm, oh my, Storm. 4 on board, storming his way through and clearing off the objective to go along with it. Hell, do it yourself, my guy. Banana J-Mac in hand. Good night.
4 Max and 1 SKS loadout coming out from the Clash Boys to begin with. You have 2 Max Kilo, Holger, and a CBR. Maybe 1 more Mac would be a little bit more advisable, but of course, it's only the start of the game that P1 is a little bit more advantageous with more Max on board. So, in long run, it could be Lux Aeterna's loadout be a little bit stronger for them.
Yeah, indeed. Now you can see P1 advantage back in favor of Lux. The rotation's over P2. You can see Ragox and a plethora of players looking to make and clear the path. 1 player left to deal with in Daytel. He's found himself a little bit of action in secret. The push up, 2 on board. The break. It's already starting off with him there, but he's the lone wolf. He's going to have to play his life. Rounds the quarter, gets Mike Tyson. And In the break, it is going to be the advantage in favor of Qlash. No, wait, Parasite. Oh, my! Banana Blaster. Looking nasty as hell, bro.
He does get shut down. 40 seconds left on this P2. 23-19. Very close so far. Lux Aeterna with a sliver of a lead, but now it's going to be hardpoint control over for the side of Qlash. If they can regain lead, that'd be very positive for the Mar with the 2-piece. Looking for the third in through the window. Descartes didn't know what hit him.
I know what's hit him now. Qlash has put a 1-2 on. The boxing gloves just never look so much better when you're in close quarter combat. You gotta round the corner up top to deal with the pest up in the window seal, and surely enough, multiple kills coming through. Zed, Ragox with the Predator missile early on. Some streaks coming in. Here comes Tac 5. The push is out. 53-23. P3 rotations. Where the hell is Lux? Where are you? You rotated early. You get shut out. What the hell, man?
That's what I said. Lux Aeterna, there just feels like there's too much of a reliance upon Daytel. I know it's not all about the kills, but I love right now currently rocking 210. Seems to be providing absolutely nothing to the team so far, and he gets shut down once again.
Comes the streaks. Ragox has earned a handful of them. The lightning strike comes in. It prevails. 2 on board with it. He's got a cluster to go to, and now 28 seconds left. Plenty of time to scrap for. Lux nowhere in sight for the contest. Man, they are just not in it to win it here, as the break is going to be sustained. Daytel looking to put it all on his back. God is going, and out. Break is only going to be scrap time now, as 10 seconds left on board. You're looking at a 60-point deficit, and I guess you got to start somewhere, right?
I'm going to hold my thought for the time being. Coming into the next hard point, Daytel does get shut down. Good stuff by Mar, playing extremely well. He's inside Storm. It's going to be brewing across the board, and Marcus is going to get shut down. That's a little bit better, but Mars there to pick up the pieces. 53 seconds. It's just starting and Qlash. They're, of course, absolutely firing on all cylinders.
Firing on all cylinders indeed. Now we're going to hear the comms, see how they are firing off now, as we're going to go ahead and do our first listen-in with none other than Qlash.
Concussed on farm, concussed point.
One farm. One broken.
It's calm. Stop pushing it.
One on broken now.
Broken, Parasite broken. One concussed on farm.
One for boxes. He's on deli side.
He's deleted.
One shot. No. Pushing CT.
Deleted. One statue. Oh, two broken.
One farm.
Two guys.
Part of there. Low. Start you.
Oh, bollocks.
Start too low.
One in point.
No, I mean.
Bottom nice. Nice, good job.
Okay, don't.
I spawned the blue.
There is spawn.
Bottom gunny.
There. Guys, broken. Come on, push.
Pushing statue.
One on mid that.
No one statue. They are all inside.
One deli. I mean broken.
Flipping spawns.
Broken. They have to climb.
One more
Bottom gunny. Studies in the corner.
Grinded. I want granny.
Broken.
Granny. Chop granny.
Deli.
Statue.
Listen me.
Drop your shit.
Statue.
One on guy.
Alright, comm check in. P4 not as successful as they anticipated, and we are buckling up for a comeback. Here it is, 95-117 Imperium. Tides have turned, the momentum has shifted, and now we're looking at a P2 rotation where this game is literally neck and neck.
Qlash kind of realized that, and I'm saying their comms weren't impressive, but they also were just a little bit lackluster in that regard. One little thing was I don't know exactly who it was, but when they said bollocks, you gotta understand that as players, we're so much more finely tuned or sensitive to negativity than we are to positivity. So if you're gonna like say such a word on its own, it nearly always has to be followed up by something either positive or just something else that kind of drowns it out a little bit or blankets it out. And I think that frustration of just that one word is a little bit symbolic of how Qlash have kind of allowed this lead to fall away so heavily.
Oh, man, it is just a 30-point blender now. The deficit's surely going to be halted here as Love is going to be dropped. The last over the trick of time is going to be in favor of Qlash. They're looking for a little bit of breathing room. Well, they're not going to find it. Zed looking to do a little bit of demon work now, as I'm thinking we've done listen-ins with Qlash. They were all right. That negativity definitely drowned out the positive that could have been. We'll see how the side of Lux does it as we're going to gear up for our second listen-in, as this matchup is a brewing for a little bit of competition and a steady end. We'll see how it sounds now as we'll give the chance for Lux for the listen-in.
Tractor limpio, están apareciendo en gas.
Tengo el racimo,
Tractor muerto.
Yo también.
Cartel.
Tengo yo cartel, tío. Muerto cartel.
Sube, escaleras, dos.
No. Siguiente.
Next, muévete para next.
Deli. Si os matan.
Medio, una estatua, bro.
Muerto estatua.
Va, gas. Chavales, si ganamos el spawn de granja, tiro.
Rota. Están en cagas. Están todos rotados, chavales, están todos rotados.
Muerto, spawn.
Arriba. Arriba.
Hay uno en punto,
Yo la piña.
Quieren tag, chavales.
Top, puri.
Oh, hay un tiro público. Hay dos. Está Lani dentro
Hay
también.
uno arriba. Arriba una esquinita,
Hay que entrar, si no, no sirve nada el próximo, chavales. Vamos dentro.
Está top, campeando top.
No, está
Muerto.
detrás del mostrador.
Otro más. Muerto.
Otro más en las escaleras.
Gas.
Muerto.
All right, there we go. The break comes through, and Lux, they're clicking on all cylinders. Ragok's there for the contest. He's shut down. And I got to say, Imperium, comms were pretty solid. The banner back and forth. Obviously, I don't speak a lot of the language, but I understand the tone of voice. The tone of voice was serious, and they have been handling business, and it reflects. They have a lead, and it is massive.
I have to give a lot of respect to iLove. I was very kind of harsh on him at the start. We had such a negative KD, and I highlighted the amount of seconds he had on the hard point, objective-wise. But since then, he's grown in leap and bounds throughout this game. Barely a negative KD, but 162 seconds on the objective. That's the current highest by a pretty decent long shot. It shows that iLove has helped this team massively stay in the lead by a pretty decent margin.
And that's that support player role that we were talking about earlier. We're talking about Daytail carrying. Well, Daytail is carrying, but he's getting that support in the objective. It has been all Lux since the first four hills came through. Break comes through yet again, and they extend their lead. Now they are literally about to touch sun here, about to close this one out. 230 to 175 now is P1. They can win it here. There's not a sign. Kane gone, get the break. No, Storm, the last hope. No, he is going to be shut down. He is not. The MAC-10 is beautiful in his hands. 23 on board, looking to close it out on the bottom side of Granny's. And we got a little bit of a do-si-do, maybe a little bit of a second hill rotation guaranteed just because there's still a lot of fight in this dog yet. It is all on Lux to close this one out. They only need 15.
Their backs are against the wall for the side of Qlash. They started off strong, but in the second half of this game, I'd say even the last 2/3, it's been going horribly wrong for them. Now as we head on over to the next hardpoint transition, they need to stop the side of Lux Aeterna from getting any single point that they can, and that's exactly what they're looking to do. Storm playing a blinder, followed by the support of his teammate Zed, gonna help to at least stop the gap and to stop the players from Lux Aeterna taking control. But Senka is gonna clutch off.
Oh, he's taken out though. Storm through the concussion. He's going to be able to find that kill, and this might have bought them another rotation. Lux has got to be... Hey, look, they got to count their losses when they can. But attack 5 coming in. They have numbers. The push, the break, the stick. Nobody there to contest. 8 seconds left. It is all over. You say it's not over until it's over. It's all over. Look at nobody there to put their foot on the hill for the side of Qlash. And Lux, in a dramatic fashion, they come back with a lot of energy on those second rotations. And man, Qlash, what went wrong, man? You fired off in the first 3 hills, but you were gone after that.
It was a slow burner of a game for Lux Aeterna. Delta in chat highlighted that iLove hasn't really played for days. Apparently he was in Ecuador, he's just come home, and yeah, that rust to an extent could have been there for himself personally, but again, I compliment the evolution within this game. He was a big part of Lux Aeterna closing out this game in a pretty strong way. Qlash put up a good fight, but they made that mountain verdict just too hard to climb towards the end.
You're absolutely right. And I think something you said in the first series definitely resonates here. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. All right. It's not about the end result, it's the climb. The mountain was high for Lux at first. They get that climb going, they get mid-breath, and my God, they never look back on me. They reach the top. And Qlash are all at the bottom, fending for themselves. You saw it on that P2 rotation. It was a scramble. The TAC 5 was so strategically used there towards the end to get the break. And nonetheless, Qlash fall victim to a Lux. Just dominant second half performance. Those second rotations were flawless. The breaks were on point. The holds were there. The support and the objective was all too relevant. And I gotta say, when Daytail is able to do what he does best, which is slay out, and you've got Lub, who picks up 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the objective. Good night. That's longer than what day lasts usually, so hot damn. And then you got Daycar coming through with 2 minutes and 14 seconds as well. Good. Yeah. Good God. That is what I'm talking about, baby. If Portugal is watching, if you're out there, I know you know Calabuso is a beast. Find somebody like Lub and Daycar to fill your roster and play the objective. And let your Slayer do their job outside the objective. He obviously picked up a minute in the hill, and that was necessary for the victory. But when you've got support players doing what they can to produce for the team, I don't care if they go negative. Pick up 2.5 minutes on the objective. You'll find yourself a contract, homie.
Exactly, and I think Lux Aeterna played the game in the best way, right? Which is the time, it's the objective, and that's where they just set themselves up just a little bit more strongly. Like I said, in the second and the last 2/3 of that game, and I kind of highlight this little bit more often. It felt like Qlash didn't really have an answer. They didn't really have a plan B or a plan C in that regard. Not saying that they performed badly, but it seemed like they just kind of hit a bit of a brick wall in that regard, and they couldn't find a way past Lux Aeterna, at least this time around.
All right, well, Lux get the better of the hard point. Can they close out in 2? Qlash has picked their A game up in Search and Destroy here recently. They had a drought, to say the least, at the very beginning of qualifiers and the weeks before, where I made comments in other tournaments where they had some very strong Search performances in games past, but they fell off the wagon. Well, they picked it up. All right, so this is going to be a competitive one. It is going to be a tall ask for the side of Lux to find success here. This is going to be far and few in between. We'll see if Qlash can take us to that game 3 as Raid Search and Destroy is firing it up. And I gotta say, Hollywood Hills has never looked better here. This is probably one of the best looking maps in all of COD Mobile, and one of the best played for all 3 game modes too.
Yeah, I absolutely love this map. I just think it strikes an absolutely fantastic balance across the board. The first round is on our side, and it's going to be Lux Aeterna as the attacking side. They get the kill on their Odyx, and they're instantly going for a B-bomb plant.
Yep, they sealed the deal there. 40 seconds on the clock. Now the 4v5 retake. 1 in mid, Zed. 3 stacking Laundry. You can see they're looking for anything out in the open. Nothing going to be given away for free here, though. Lux playing all kind of head glitches. Senka able to violate, takes down 1s. Lob going to find a second, and that is 3 that have fallen for the price of none. And Gone and Zed left the clutch, 2v5 style. 15 seconds on the clock. It ain't happening, homie. Zed now Last player, last hope. All hope dies here to 1v5. Parasite shuts him out. And that is going to be damn near flawless round for Lux to start off this second game of the series.
It was pretty standard stuff. Got the first kill, push on the first kill. I know it's tough to defend on that B-bomb plant. There's no real massive answer coming out from Qlash for the time being. How will things proceed in this round number 2? Once again, the Lux Aeterna boys heading towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, and Ragok's doing a great job of not overextending. I know he's the only player on this B site, but he finds success in the pushback. He's going to be able to find Dekur. Bomb goes down. Now it's a 4v5. I don't know. This is questionable, to say the least, before getting the bomb plant down, but they cover all ends, Lux and Lub. Senka, oh my, Senka with the feed, 4 on board. It is all on the Zed yet again. Sheesh.
Okay, he's able to get a 2-piece, but it's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Daytel to shut him down.
2 rounds solid now. Lux on the attack have not been touched. And I gotta say, even though Ragox plays his life there, the result's still the same. Now it's a pull side push. And you can see, this is throwing off Qlash's groove so much. They got a 4-stack on B, bro. Look at the push. Mari!
More! Was that collateral?
That looked like a collateral. I couldn't catch the peripheral. He was the only one there, and I'm like, oh, man, Qlash are about to get railed here. But sure enough, Mari comes through. Oh, baby! The retake. A-site loves the last one standing. Scratch that. Ragox takes him down. Zeds gets the defuse.
Brilliant.
And even though Lux throw off Qlash with the A rotation, you got to think Mari. And I gotta go back and get that clip.
Yeah.
I gotta look. I gotta watch the VOD. I gotta go back and re-clip that for him because I didn't catch it from his perspective. Damn.
I don't hold that against Lux Aeterna at all. I love the idea around them. There's always going to be a little bit of luck with Mara on that collateral, but either way, it was a great job by him individually. And the rest of Qlash followed up on that extremely quickly to shut down and stop any kind of bounce back for Lux Aeterna. It's going to be the same thing going on around. Lux Aeterna now down to just one player in the form of Senka.
Senka gets one, falls victim to Storm right there in the red doorway, and now we are tied up. Qlash haven't answered back right here, 2 rounds in a row. And Lux now scratching their head. You can see the profile pictures are sassy as hell, bro. I love the coordination. I think this is probably one of my best profile pictures I've seen for a team. They have played very well together. Oh, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. But guess what? Teamwork only goes so far. The dream can only come through if all 5 players are, still alive on this push. Well, the carry, he's dropped already. Bomb's going to be collected. Mari, oh my, if he's not doing it with the snipes, he's also doing it with the nades. 3 on board this round. And Lub and Parasite left to their own. I don't see it happening. Woo!
Nah, not at all. The bomb holder has been taken out in the form of iLub, and down goes Parasite. Another round in the favor of Qlash as we do switch sides. Now, Qlash have an opportunity to take us down to a game number 3. Can Lux Aeterna turn this one around and close out this series 2-0? We said we could see this series going to 3rd game. It looks like it's heading that way.
Well, Lux, if you have anything to say about it, speak now or forever hold your peace. Well, guess what? The A-side push has prevailed. It's given away for free. One thing I will mention is there's not a sniper for the side of Lux. Used to seeing Goofy in the mix, Guffy in the mix. They are missing that. Oh, well, iLub is not your primary sniper. He's only got 3 on board. Hasn't been a huge factor. Huge factor this round, though. I guess it's now or better than never. Whoa! The quick scope, the 3-piece, 3-3, tied up. And just as soon as I open my mouth, I shut it right back up.
I definitely see where you're coming from, but I don't think it's been anything against iLub, because when you're the attacking side, being that sniper role to an extent is less impactful. Whereas I think now iLub will be able to shine a little bit more brightly on the defensive side for Lux Aeterna.
We'll see how bright and shiny he can get. Now 4 players stacking red. One player in pool bar. You got one player in Detel up top looking for the push through the pool side. He might overextend here, and you can see Ragox steadily holding his angle. Zed able to find first blood. Sync is half health. The driveway affair is going to result in one of the players in Detel able to make the rotation over. And here comes Ragox. He has evacuated the pool bar side, gets a concussion, but Detel, oh my! Even through all the frustration, is going to be taken down, though. And that's 2 players down, none for the side of Qlash, and they are rocking and rolling. Oh, good shots, Mari. The patience pays off, and now it's 2 players. Lux are falling victim to Qlash here. Dakar doesn't stand a chance to 1v5. I'd say it's not over till it's over, but it's chalked.
Especially with the bomb being planted, he's only got 30 seconds to pull it off as well. Braga is going to get the kill on the Dakar, and exactly what Qlash needed, to be fair. It's exactly what they needed. Not only do they stay in the lead, but they're now 2 points closer to taking us to Game 3 in the final series of the evening.
Advantage back in favor of Qlash. Search and Destroy looking pretty solid for both teams. It's been a very competent affair so far. Now, we're going to see another conservative round here for Qlash. They covered all angles last round. Looking to do the same here. 2-1-2 split there. 2 players playing aggressive as hell. Look at Dakar. He earns first blood. It's his first on board. Parasite with the flank through mid is able to catch off 1 in Storm. And now Mari looking for the transition. Oh! Damn near gets Parasite's head taken off. Mari able to reposition, reapproach. Doesn't hit the shot, though.
What is Ragox doing? Ragox, I get the idea, but I think he's way out of his depth right now. The players of Lux had them pinched into a bit of a corner of garage, but they seem to have dispersed a little bit for the time being. But I love the main sniper, according to Delta 4. So the Lux Aeterna, Search and Destroy, finds a kill of his own.
On to Mari now, 2v5 scenario, 50 seconds on the clock. Bomb is in the hands of Mari, so a little hope there. Not a lot when you've got 5 players left to deal with. And Lux, they have played this round pretty solid. They are going to wrap around to tell. Looking to lead the pack here as he's compromised top. Parasite finds 1. Full side push. Headshot. Mari's dropped. We're tied yet again. And this is, I don't know, man. This is a toss-up. It's been back and forth so far. Advantages have gone both ways. And each round is just about as predictable as a 4v5 in, well, no, as seeing that 4v5 in game number 3 from the last series. I mean, you just can't predict that stuff. It happens, right? Well, what's going to happen here, though?
Oh, Lux Aeterna have to be very careful. It's a 5-man push on towards the A bomb site. Sinka, if he's able to take down Gone, but they've got to hold it down. Sinka goes a bit too deep and the trade comes through. Not really how Lux Aeterna want it. I love. Looks down at the bottom of the barrel towards the stairs. Goes for the sniper shot. Can't really connect him. Is going to miss 1. Miss 2. He's going to get pushed. That's going to be Radox taking him down. But he's the last player standing.
Whoa, map point now. Big round there for Lux. They hold their corners. They play it well. Love doesn't necessarily offer a lot of value other than the fact that he steered all the attention up the top of the staircase and allowed Lux to clear the backside. Just doesn't matter if you hit your shots in that scenario. You allow your opportunity for your teammates to do what they need to do, and they get the job done. Now it's a payoff round. Qlash, this is the last hope for Game 3. Didn't find any success in the back end of that first hard point. Will the Search and Destroy? Looks like you might be edged out here as well. They're going to come up shy if they can't find this one.
Look how deep Parasite is. He does have Daytail supporting him to an extent, but the prone down is there. Daytail looking in the direction of the players from Qlash. Mars down, so it is 4v5 against Qlash. Daytail takes his shots off, slows him down, looking to play on through, gets 1, but instantly traded.
Yeah, Gone right there to get the trade. And I'm wondering, Parasite, where was the collapse there? You got to be able to get the trade in an instance like that. You've got Daytail, who's got your back through mid. He pushes up. I need you to push with him. Sinking now, about to be outnumbered. You see the push coming through. He's in a cheeky little spot, but one wrong move, he's going to get taken down.
He has to move away. The footsteps will be heard. He's on his own for the time being. Pre-fire shots. Gets one. Looking for the second. Not quite, but I think the damage has been done. Qlash are down to just a duo. 3v3 Zed still has the bomb in his hands. Whatever site they go for, whatever opportunity they go to plant, it's going to be very difficult to defend.
And you can see it, the back and forth. It's like a football team. I'm sorry, not a soccer team. Parasite right there, the goaltender. Is it the goalie? The goalie shuts it down. The push does not happen. Man, I got to say, Parasite lurked through mid all game repositions as he gets reapproached. In the back and forth, Qlash undecisive. Ultimately, they fall victim, and Lux, they get the 2-0, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Big way to end the night. No game 3 life there. The goaltender? Yeah, is it the goalie? You call him the goalie? Is that what it is?
Goalie, yeah.
Okay. Who's the goaltender?
I'm
just pulling shit out of my ass at this point, bro. Yeah. But is it the bartender I'm worrying about now? I definitely need a drink after that one, dude. That was, I mean, hell, that was a hell of a series that we didn't get to see a game 3 on. I gotta think.
Yeah.
Lux pulled out a solid 2-game spread. They started off so damn poorly in the hard point, though, and turned it around.
And I gotta say, look, I know these teams are a lot closer to each other, boys, but I gotta say, I was proven wrong. And I'm not saying Qlash played bad as a team, but Lux, as a team, played so much stronger than I've seen them play in Mobile Mayhem so far, and than I expected. So thank you, Lux, for proving me wrong and kind of, you know, shutting me up in that regard, because that was a really solid team performance. Daytel shined in his own right, but you talked about it at the end of the last game, right, when you have the support from iLub and I believe it was Daycar or Senka, but either way, when you have that support as a team, they showed up, and we saw it happen in Search and Destroy for them to take it to the series.
Yep, that is going to be it for the night, chat. That is big 2-0 there for Lux. Qlash going to be left pointless after that one. It was a solid 2 games for them indeed, but can't start strong and not finish strong. You got to find a way to battle back in the trenches in hardpoint. Obviously, Lux, they bounced back after a pretty difficult week last week, and I think it was a very well-earned series for them. So taking a look at the results from the day. If you're just now joining in, you missed out on a lot. A lot indeed. Probably one that you're going to have to go back and rewatch the VOD on. Obviously, it's a Trovo exclusive moving forward. We won't be live streaming on YouTube, but I will be uploading the VOD as well as breakdown of series by series by series by series, just for individual. If you want to come in and watch Illuminati versus EuroElite, you'll have a video to watch on that. If you want to watch the 117 Not Found in Anarchy, you'll have a video on that. And you also have a chance to watch the full broadcast too. So Illuminati 2-1 over EuroElite. Hell of a series. Go back and watch that one. 2-0 for 117 Not Found. They found a lot of success against Anarchy and a solid one in DF. And 420 might have been handed that last game. I'm not saying they didn't earn it, because they fought hard as hell to get there. First game was a big one for them, and it wasn't even close. But 4v5 victim Animus, we're not going to paint that picture for you. You're just going to have to go back and rewatch it. Lux Aeterna, they handle business 2-0 style. Qlash not able to compete, and Imperium, I'll leave you the last thoughts for the day.
Right now, the games, I think it could easily have been, you know, 4 series of a 3-game series. It certainly would have made a marathon of an evening, but overall, I think bar the Animus FN420 Qlash, it was realistically better teams that won in the night, and to me, that's what I'm happiest to see. So well done to all teams that won. Carry it forward day by day, game by game. I look forward to seeing you all on Thursday.
Look forward to seeing you all on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and get the standings on Twitter. If you want to see that, go ahead and hit the follow button for both Imperium and myself, but also Mobile Mayhem as well. So we'll go ahead and plug that in chat as soon as possible as well. So we'll see you all on Thursday. Until then, take care of yourselves. Later. Oh, yeah.